Here we go. Look, I come in the front door this morning, and there's a big freaking surprise waiting for us right outside. Look at this thing. The food dude. The food dude struck again. The Sriracha man struck again.
What the hell is all that?
Welcome. Is Fester off today?
I don't know.
I just he wasn't in here, and I just checked my texts, and I didn't see anything from him. But wasn't he like bringing us? Wasn't he bringing something today, Fester?
He was going to bring this.
Yeah. So he brought the one box.
He's going to bring
this.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
Fester sent it. Well, you don't read our text thread, obviously. But he's texted us last night and asked us our preference for something that he's bringing in today.
Oh, well, because we were talking about the icy breakfast cereal and the food dude. There's a card over here.
Yeah, he has a name.
Yeah, the guy's name's David. David Osborne or something? Is it? Hang on a minute.
The guy that looks like Subway Jared.
Yeah, David. I got to jump. There's a card. There's a card here. Yeah, from the desk of Sriracha, David Osborne, and this is the guy that brought us the Sriracha.
Sriracha Dave.
Yeah, when I said like a couple of weeks ago that I can't find Sriracha anywhere. And then I guess it was a supply issue because Mexico had a really crappy crop of the hot peppers that they use in that Huai Fong Sriracha. It's the one with the rooster on it. And so Here, the new Vista food guy, he brings in a whole box of food today, including the icy cereal. So
Wow.
So here's what happened. Yesterday, I did a story with you guys about Kellogg coming out with a new icy flavored cereal. And icy, of course, is that frozen drink that they sell at some convenience stores, but not others. And here we got Super Dave Osborne, the Sriracha dude. He dropped off all kinds of stuff.
Seems that's Super Dave Osborne.
Yes, Fester.
Oh, hold on.
Fester, you brought it. Hold up. Fester just walked in with a box of icy cereal.
I told you.
A gallon of whole milk. I brought in chocolate milk for MJ. I brought in a couple of boxes of the icy cereal.
Look, Fester brought in icy cereal. Where'd you find that?
It was at Sam's Club.
I thought you said that you couldn't find it.
Online, when I was on samsclub.com,
Yeah.
it said it wasn't available. So I said that, and then people started texting me. It was available, I guess, at all of them.
MJ, I'm sorry. You need to wipe your nose. You need to wipe your nose.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Ew.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but it's like you're my kid with a snotty nose.
I got a booger coming out of my
Ew,
nose.
you got a hanger.
A hanger, yeah.
That's more than a hanger. That's like
Is it a hanger
almost
or
to
a
your
clinger?
lip.
Rocket that out of there.
Here, do you want a makeup wipe? Okay. you got
Shoot
something.
it farmer style.
Was that on MJTV?
Yeah, and I was like panicking because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Were people saying like, and MJ's got a booger hanging out of his nose like Roxanne, Dana, and I want to flick that booger out of the nose. Hang on a minute. Yeah, this is very good looking. I'm sticking my finger up my nostril with one of these brown recycled napkins that feel like I'm using sandpaper.
That's gonna feel good.
Yeah, I've got a little stash of napkins in here. Well, thank you. How'd you notice that I had a booger hanging out of my
I couldn't
nose?
see it. I'm standing because I usually stand for the first segment, and I saw it, and I was like, when is the right time to bring this up?
Usually
to?
stand because you're walking in while we're starting the show.
Well, guess what? Apparently Fester walked in while we're starting the show, but you don't say anything to him. Just me.
Well, I'm about to do that. So why are you running late?
Oh, I overslept.
Oh, okay.
I'm still wearing pajamas.
I actually thought to myself I wanted to wear pajamas today. I
am legit still wearing my pajamas. I rolled out of bed. I didn't even brush my teeth.
Man, look at this. Look what this guy brought us. So you didn't brush your teeth?
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I rolled out of bed.
Man.
Took the gallons of milk out of the fridge and went to the car.
All right, so Super Dave Osborne, this dude, he's like he runs New Vista Foods. And there's a little card in here. Oh, good morning, MJ, Fester, Roxanne, Froggy. Here is the cereal you were talking about yesterday. I threw in a few other items as well. The Splenda and Creamer is for Fester.
Thank you. I need Splenda.
The sparkling white grape juice and cheesecakes are for Roxanne in celebration of her wedding.
Oh, that's so nice.
MJ, I'm trying to find your almonds, but there is a shortage. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, he's trying to find me these Don Juan Marcona almonds from Spain.
Oh, what did you get me?
Is there a Froggy on here?
No.
Oh, there's nothing.
Froggy, if you like, you can have half my Splenda.
There's nothing on here for Froggy.
Is because I said he looks like Subway Jared?
Well, let me tell you why. No. Hold on. No, there's nothing on here for Froggy because he can't drop off a pound of marijuana for you.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked something like a snack. Jared Fogle.
He deals with a whole lot of produce, but I don't think he's dealing in marijuana, which is.
I would have taken some produce too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh man, and there's a whole yellow bin back here. Hang on a minute.
I'm taking the bin.
You can make a pipe out of an apple, right?
So
in high school.
2 boxes of. I'm holding this up to MJ TV right now. He dropped off 2 boxes of Kellogg Icy cereal, which
that stuff looks sugary.
Well, as we were saying, it does. As we were saying yesterday, the box reads "Feel the freeze, cools your mouth as you eat." I mean, what are these hail pellets in a box? I gotta try these things out. We gotta try these later on. So hang on.
And then if one of us twists an ankle, we could wrap him up in a paper towel and put him on our ankle.
Put some cereal in the tourniquet. Yes.
He also dropped off cereal pop, Fruity Pebble cereal.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's popcorn.
Then,
That's a popcorn. The Fruity plate. That's
Fruity Pebble popcorn.
Fruity Pebbles inspired popcorn.
It says cereal pop popcorn, Fruity Pebble. All right.
Wow, that's crazy.
Then, like Air Puffcorn Cinnabon bun popcorn. What the heck? This is like Cinnabon, like the Cinnabons at the mall.
I'm
Holy
taking the Fruity
crap.
Pebble popcorn.
All right, and then there's a whole bin of the other stuff in here. And then, hang on a minute.
You're keeping the bin.
I guess there are mini cheesecakes in the bin.
I guess so,
and
yeah.
Those are for me.
Your Splenda must be in the bin. And then there's sparkling white grape juice in the bin. Wow.
So nice.
Look at that. And then he dropped off a little truck.
Yeah.
I've got a little New Vista little food truck. I'll put that back on the back shelf here, like where the Ozempic syringe is, as well as the other syringe I found on the floor here in the studio some time ago.
They brought booze.
No, that's white sparkling grape. Hey, I'm in the back of the room now.
It's not booze. What is it, Fro?
Can I bring it to you?
No.
You leave those glass bottles alone. Yeah. Hey, Froggy, you realize if we ever get a new studio, you can't smash the place up.
Well, like I'll be here.
Like those.
Next contract, I'm skipping.
Yeah. I got to be honest. I do not think that I will see a new studio here as well. I gotta be totally honest.
I think the big comeback is.
I extended for a year. I'm here through the rest of this year, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to come to terms. To be quite honest,
I don't think we're going to have to worry about the new studio.
Yeah, I think
we're really putting a lot of effort into something that's not going to happen.
I think you're probably right. All right, 6:09. We're just getting rolling. It's a busy MJ morning show today. I'm packed with stuff. Meaning, I'm not going to get to it all. I have a gigantic pile of morons in the news. We'll do the early edition coming up in just a bit. We're back in minutes. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Traffic is on. Pat's got the latest. Hey, Pat, what's shaking?
Crash now in the Land O'Lakes area, southbound 41 at Bell Lake, and it does look like...
Q105 MJ with the crew here, 6:20 here on this Wednesday morning. Today's the 3rd, so today's May 3rd. Tomorrow is May 4th, so that's the whole May the 4th be with you. You know what I'm doing there, right?
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Lightsaber noises?
Yeah, lightsaber noises.
I take it back. I thought you were having a stroke.
No, I'm doing lightsaber noises.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And then the next day, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, and then it's the Kentucky Derby.
Man, that's right. Ooh. Oh, and then Cinco de Mayo, which is a completely manufactured U.S. bar holiday, that's on a Friday night. So that's good for business, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, or would they rather have Cinco de Mayo with the bars and the restaurants? Would they rather have Cinco de Mayo on a day that's not quite as conducive for heavy liquor spending? Would they rather have it on a Wednesday or a Thursday night because you have more of a built-in drinking crowd on a Friday and Saturday anyway?
You're going to be packed on Friday night to begin with.
Well, maybe not as packed, but, that's a good question for a bar owner. Would you Cinco de Mayo being on a Friday, it's just a naturally conducive night for partying. So would you rather have it on a Friday or Saturday, or would you rather have Cinco de Mayo on I think a Monday or Tuesday sucks, but like a Wednesday or a Thursday? Yeah, if you're a bar owner, or if you're a bar back, if you're a bartender, if you're in the business, if you're in the restaurant/liquor business, hey, I'd love to hear from you. Give me a buzz. I don't know if we have any early bar owners listening right now. Hey,
they're probably sleeping because they were up late.
Or they're still up from the night before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How about a bar burr?
If anyone can help me out on this, give us a buzz. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So the question is, we got Cinco de Mayo on Friday. Would you rather have Cinco de Mayo the 5th of May? Would you rather have that on a different night to bring in business that would have been typically slower, rather than a Friday night or a Saturday night where business is generally going to be busier? Look, phones are ringing. Hey, 6:23 in the morning, phones are already ringing. 800-990-1047. I'd love to know. 800-990-1047. Hey, we just played Aerosmith.
Yes.
We just played Walk This Way. And I don't know if that was just random coming up in the computer or whether that was placed there by Slick Rick, the new program director. But Aerosmith has announced their farewell tour, and we're getting them on October 11th. And I also was informed we've got tickets all next week. We have tickets here on the MJ Morning Show every single day next week for the Aerosmith Peace Out farewell tour. I'm going to that. I'm telling you right now. So Aerosmith, October 11th at Amalie Arena, and we're going to have tickets every single day next week. It's going to be Aerosmith with special guests, Black Crowes.
That's a pretty cool opening act.
That's going to be a good show. Black Crowes opening up for Aerosmith, Amalie Arena, October 11th. Tickets on sale. And we're going to have free tickets next week, every single day next week here on the MJ Morning Show. So stand by for that. We got a bar owner, apparently. Chad. Hello, Chad. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? I actually work with bars. I own a brewery limousine tour, but I have loudmouths out in Lutz that rents me religiously. Beth and her husband out there rent me religiously, and I pick up people starting early in the afternoon for office parties, right up into the evening.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're a bar limo service?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What a kind. Yeah.
Well, that seems to be pretty responsible. If someone's going out to get tanked up, they hire you so they don't risk getting a DUI.
Exactly. Safety in numbers.
Oh, look at that. So you have one of those like airport limo, like a hotel shuttle? What do you have?
I actually have a 2011 Lincoln Town Car limousine, 10-passenger.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So, yeah, they.
Oh, yeah. You just got Fester's attention. You said 2011 Lincoln Town Car. Fester lit up like a Christmas tree over here.
Dude, Chad, I'll tell you
in his
right now.
pajamas.
MJ, listen. When my last Lincoln died, I actually looked at a limousine out of Pinellas Park.
You get to drive a limousine?
It was an executive limousine, so it wasn't like super big, but it had 2 rows of seats. I could have put each kid could have their own row.
Great.
It would be perfect.
Yeah, super. All right, so Chad, what's the deal? So you're not a bar owner. My screen says you're a bar owner, which you're not. You're a limo owner, and you obviously deal with the bars and the rest. So what's the story here? Do you think that establishments like having Cinco de Mayo on a Friday night, a natural like party night, or would they rather have it on a Wednesday or Thursday night when it would be slower and they can generate business on what would have been a slower night?
Absolutely. Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are always really good nights for bars to have Cinco de Mayo or St. Patrick's Day on because, like you said, weekends they already have their built-in business. Friday is always going to be busy, Saturday. But if you can generate a couple of $1,000s in a business on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when it's normally fairly slow and you are trying to run a promotion or something like that. For instance, like I said, Loudmouth has me rented all day tomorrow because they have so many people coming in on a Wednesday night. So it's a great opportunity.
Hold on. No, tonight's Wednesday night.
His day probably starts
Thursday. I'm sorry, Thursday. I'm still sleeping this morning.
Okay.
You're off on hours.
All right, but Thursday, wait a minute. But Thursday's the 4th. Friday's the 5th.
Right. Now I'm confused. I'm sorry. I just woke up. I do a school bus run in the morning, too.
Oh, great. So you're wait a minute.
In the limo?
Hold on a minute. So you're asleep and you're going to be driving kids?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right.
No, weekdays are a lot better. Beth and them love it on a Wednesday. St. Patrick's Day this year, we actually celebrated early.
Yeah. And the thing is that for, I think, the patron, for the bar attender, not the bartender, but the bar attender, it's better to have like a work night, I think, for these holidays like St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo. It's better for it to be on a Friday or Saturday for the actual party goer because who wants to, go to work on like a Monday afternoon, then go to a bar for some bar holiday Monday night and then have to get up Tuesday morning. But for the bars, it's better for the off days, and I think for the actual party goer, it's better for the weekend days. Hey, Chad, thanks for the call. Drive safely, okay?
Will do, buddy.
Have a good one. I'm a little confused there, but anyway.
Chad, I think he's confused.
I just saw Fester, and Fester is not lying. You were in pajamas.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Dude, if you missed it, Fester walked in late this morning. Fester walked in at like 2 minutes past 6 o'clock. We've already started the show. We're like, where the hell's Fester? Roxanne's checking her phone to see if there are any texts about, hey, where Fester is. Then Fester walks in, and I didn't see you when you walked in. Our line of sight in this room is the worst that I've ever experienced in any studio ever. And I had no idea. But then during the last break, you get up and you walk around to my side of the counter here, and you're in your freaking pajamas.
I wasn't kidding. I'm wearing my good pajamas today.
Why'd you oversleep?
You know what?
I mean, you do the same thing every day. You set an alarm, you get up. Why did you oversleep?
Because I have a snooze that goes from like 4:55 to like 5:05. And I think it went from like 4:55 to 5:25 today. I must have hit it.
How's that?
Because I hit the snooze off and went right back down.
All right, because snoozes are typically 9 minutes or 10 minutes, right?
9 minutes, I think.
Okay, so it's like
I've seen both. I've seen snoozes that are 9 minutes and snoozes that are 10 minutes.
So yeah, mine's 10 minutes. It's all on the phone, and then I have an alarm that goes off at 5:25, which is get the hell out of the house. You have to leave this very second.
That is the emergency, or that is you have to be in the car at 5:25 in order to arrive at the studio on time.
And on time is 5-6 minutes early to the show.
Okay. But you're not taking much margin into effect in case there's some kind of a backup or a crash on 275.
You can't do that every day.
That's the emergency alarm.
Okay.
So the emergency alarm woke me up, and I'm like, oh, it must be like 5:05. Crap, I'm 20 minutes late.
You're in your pajamas.
I rolled right out of bed.
And did you also say you didn't brush your teeth this morning?
I didn't brush my teeth.
Oh,
I
geez.
didn't put deodorant on.
Oh, my God.
I have some.
I just went to the office. I have my box of needs.
It's going to be Fester Stenchorama in here today.
I put a 3-year-old old stick of Menon Speed Stick under my pits.
You know what?
20 seconds ago.
Guess what?
Okay,
And you know what? That gets all dried out, and then it gets tangled up in your armpit hair.
Ew, and it gets like...
I know you complain about it getting tangled up in
Yes.
your armpit hair all the time, don't you, Roxanne?
All the time.
You get the deodorant balls.
Yeah, I had today of all days, I had 2 gallons of milk to bring in.
But seriously, you know what I'm talking about? If you have an old stick of deodorant and you don't use it, when you use it daily, it remains kind of soft and pliable, and it goes on nicely under your arms. But if you have a stick that's been sitting around, and usually it's when you take the little plastic thing off, underneath the cap, you get that little plastic doodad.
Yeah.
You pull that off. And if you're using your deodorant every day, it works perfectly. It's nice and smooth and pliable. It glides. But if you have an old stick that's been sitting in a drawer or something, and you kind of half used it, and then you try to use it, then it's it's all tangled up. It's like taking a vacuum cleaner and getting it stuck in your hair.
It's called stale stick pit.
Stale stick pit.
Ew.
Hey, do you remember? I was trying to think of the swivel sweeper.
Yeah.
Do you remember Anthony Sullivan? Hello, Anthony Sullivan here.
Okay.
Remember, he brought a whole bunch of his swivel sweepers from the TV commercial.
Right.
Brought it to the studio. I brought him home. And do you remember what happened?
No, I don't.
Julian put it in Chloe's hair. And it was all
What a stinker.
It was all jammed up in Chloe's hair. And we thought we were going to have to get scissors and cut Chloe's hair to get the swivel sweeper out of Chloe's head. And Michelle, she was as patient as can be. Michelle had her lie down on the couch with the swivel sweeper propped up against and Michelle was sitting there manually untangling her hair for 2 hours and finally freed Chloe's hair from the swivel sweeper.
Those electric or the little battery operated sweepers, they don't have a reverse on them.
Hey, but that's what it feels like when you use an old stick of deodorant and you don't get that nice glide. All right, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. Sylvester is in pajamas. He hasn't brushed his teeth. He hasn't used deodorant. Clearly didn't shower.
No.
Oh, boy.
I smell you from here.
This little tiny box of a studio is going to be really ripe here pretty soon. All right, quick break. We'll jump into the early morons in the news. I got a pretty bizarre pile of morons in the news today. So hold on. That's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hang on. Here we go. Let's do some early morons in the news. Kind of a weird pile today. The first item is going to have an accompanying mugshot, which is unflippin' believable. You got to see this guy. When you ask yourself the question, what kind of a guy would want to buy body parts from some unscrupulous employee at a mortuary, at a funeral home? Well, guess what?
That sounds like dark web stuff.
Yeah, well, you're going to see the picture. Hey, Fester, you got to go to mjmorningshow.com.
Okay.
Go to mjmorningshow.com and then click on stories mentioned, and you got to see this mugshot. It is insane. So here's the deal. Let me give you the the facts on the story, and then we'll all look at the picture here in just a minute. Yeah, don't bring it up yet.
Okay.
Don't bring it up yet. Listen to the headline here. Ex-mortuary worker has been indicted for selling stolen body parts for $11,000 to this guy she met on Facebook. I'm interested. I'd like to know more about this story.
You have my attention.
Arkansas. This woman has pleaded not guilty. She's been charged with selling stolen body parts from medical school corpses for $11,000 to a guy in Pennsylvania that she met online. Candace Chapman Scott, 36 years old, a former mortuary worker, is accused of selling 20 boxes of body parts to a man she met through a Facebook group called Oddities, according to an indictment that was just unsealed late last week in federal court in Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, this woman pleaded not guilty to 12 counts, including conspiracy to commit mail fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit, anyway, all kinds of crap. Conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property. So she's still in jail as she awaits her hearing. The guy who allegedly purchased the remains was not named in the federal indictment, but he was identified as Jeremy Lee Pauley. Unbelievable. Brother of Jane Pauley, the former news anchor. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Probably
joking.
the son of Jane Pauley. Isn't she like 80?
Hey, the spelling's the same, though, Pauley. And he was identified in separate state charges. So this woman worked at the Arkansas Central Mortuary Services. It's a funeral home, and part of the job including transporting, cremating, and embalming remains. According to the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences in Little Rock, the funeral home is where the medical school sent remains of cadavers that were donated for the medical school students to work on, for them to examine. So this dude is buying body parts.
Okay, I need to picture something.
Oh, hold on. You're going to picture something in about 10 seconds here that you're not going to believe.
But I'm just
you're going to be picturing the mugshot of this dude who was buying the body parts from the lady at the mortuary.
Yeah, I want to see that. Are the body parts, you said they're in boxes? Are they just flopping around in the boxes? Are they packed in jars and formaldehyde? Are they on ice?
Bubble wrap.
Was there 8 heads in a duffel bag?
Yeah. Bubble wrap.
It reminds me of that horrible movie.
What was that movie?
7.
8 heads in a duffel bag.
No. It's eight heads. He just said the name of the movie.
I didn't see that one.
8 heads in a duffel bag.
No, 7 was the head in the box.
Yeah. Oh, the head in the box.
Yeah. This is 8 heads in a duffel bag.
You type in 8 heads.
Literally as a movie?
You type into 8. You type 8 heads into Google. The first thing that comes up, 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Yeah, I saw
you never heard of that movie? It's terrible.
Starring David Spade and Joe Pesci.
I saw it a long, long time ago.
It's The Pits.
Anyway, in a 9-month period, Scott sold this dude, Paulie, fetuses, brains, hearts, lungs, genitalia, large pieces of skin, and other body parts. This is a crazy story. This is a nutty, crazy story. So this dude ended up paying $11,000. Are you ready? Bring up mjmorningshow.com, folks. You're going to want to see this. You're going to want to go to our website, mjmorningshow.com. Here we go. Slow reveal. So go to our website and then go to stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Go to mjmorningshow.com and then find stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and it's going to be the top item. All right, Fester, scroll up. Look at this guy.
Oh, my God.
Let me see.
He's the exact guy that I would think would buy human body parts.
He's got the eye tattoo.
His tattoo is his eyeball is tattooed. Yes. His right eye has what do they do? Do they really tattoo
you? They tattoo the white part of your eye.
That is unbelievable.
That must be painful.
The most unbelievable thing is on top of his head. Will you describe that, please?
I'm about to get to that. So the whole right side of his face is tattooed. So the left side of his face is not tattooed. The right side of his face is completely tattooed with some kind of mask-like thing. And then the top of his head.
Wow.
That is like razor wire barbs sticking out of the top of his head. He's got spikes, literal metal spikes. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least it looks like 8.
Maybe a dozen. They're in a row.
You don't want to be headbutted by
He's got metal spikes that are implanted into his skull.
And from the straight-on view, the straight-on picture, it just looks like devil horns from here.
Oh, my God. I mean, you know what he has? It's like ice cleats. You know those ice shoes? You know, if you're like in Patagonia or something and you're doing some kind of glacier hike.
I saw an episode of Bear Grylls, and he was walking like in the tundra, and he had that on the bottom of his shoes. Yes.
So the guy has like ice shoe spikes coming out of his head. So if he goes on one of these glacier tours, he could just bounce around on his head.
Yes.
It's awesome. I don't need any boots.
What if that guy, I'm just picturing this, like what if he's your cousin and it's like family Thanksgiving and it's like, oh, what's his name again?
How does he get through TSA?
Right. Like, oh, he's coming to Thanksgiving. Yeah, he'll be there. Okay, good. Like to sit across from him.
Jeremy Lee Pauley is his name.
Jeremy
Lee Pauley. But this guy has metal spike weapons coming out of his head. How can he go to the airport? How does he get through TSA? I mean, he is a walking weapon.
They wand his head.
If you walk through with these spikes in your carry-on baggage, they're not going to let you on. They're going to take him away.
I don't picture him as much of a traveler.
I mean, he has the bones shipped to him. He doesn't, go to pick them up.
I can't imagine him going through the airport line.
My God. All right, folks, you got to see this guy's mugshot.
He's terrifying.
That should be illegal to have those things in your head. You kill somebody.
You will not see a sicker-looking dude today. I promise that this is absolutely insane. All right, so go ahead and take a look at it. It's at mjmorningshow.com, and then click on Stories Mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and you'll see what a guy looks like that buys $11,000 worth of body parts from some unscrupulous lady working at a mortuary.
Do you think, though, if he was eating like a piece of meat and he didn't have a knife with him, he could bend his head down and aim it the right way and slice it into some pieces?
No,
Stick the meat on his head.
I don't think that, but if he drops a bunch of papers, he could just like headbutt the ground and pick them up.
Oh, if he has like the litter pickup duty, like with the prison on the side of the road?
He's going to get some kind of community service or some kind of odd pickup job.
Yeah. So sometimes you see the prison crews doing litter pickup.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they have the little stick with the nail to pick up this guy, one of the other inmates, they can just hold him upside down and they can use his head to pick up the trash.
Very efficient.
With his head spikes. All right, I got to take a quick break here. All right, when we get back, we'll continue with the early morons in the news. Stand by. It's coming up. Hey, let me tell you about Enhanced Homes. Fame, Tommy Two-Tone. That's right. All right, 7:03 now. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and I got a story about a first date here. This is unbelievable. Now, I know that I say a lot of things are unbelievable. This is really unbelievable. All right, follow the story. A Texas guy is accused of leaving the date, murdering somebody, and then coming back and sitting down at the restaurant like nothing ever happened.
Well, that's a good alibi.
Wow. I was on a date the whole time.
Exactly.
But his zipper got stuck?
Well, there's a little twist. No. There's a fake parking lot attendant scammer that is part of the picture.
Okay.
All right, listen to this. Let me put this. This is not like a game of Mad Libs here. Let me put Let me put the whole story together for you. So a dude in Texas was at a restaurant with a woman. He left the restaurant and then killed a fake parking lot attendant who had swindled him out of $40 and then went back to the restaurant to finish eating with the date. Eric Aguirre, 29, was already out on probation for an aggravated assault charge when he allegedly shot 46-year-old Elliot Nix in Houston dead over this fake parking lot scam. Now, this is also a cautionary tale. Do you know who, if you're a lady, if you're a woman, do you know who you're going out with? You meet a guy online or whatever. Do you know who the hell you're really going out with? So the dude is already on probation for an aggravated assault charge. Here's what happened. According to Houston police, Aguirre and the woman, they arrived separately in two different cars at a lot in this neighborhood in Houston. They were approached by this guy, Nix, N-I-X, and he lied. He said he's the parking lot attendant. And then he said, okay, two cars, $40. He's not a real parking lot attendant. He's just working a Wambuki scam. He's like some, scamster, homeless dude, whatever, and he's just collecting cash from people. That's a known scam.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of that scam in the past. So then Aguirre then walked to a corner store, got the cash out of an ATM, paid Nix. Then he and his date went to this local burger joint called Rodeo Goat.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, the Rodeo. I'm guessing they have some pretty decent burgers at the Rodeo Goat.
I wonder if they have a goat burger.
They go inside. You know, goat is good. Have you ever had curried goat?
I had it last night.
Yeah, I had. You did not.
I ate it raw.
Man,
Left the fur on.
It was still alive.
First time I ever had curried goat was in Saint Martin. Yeah, on the Dutch side of, you got the Saint Martin, the French side, you get the Dutch side of Saint Martin. Anyway.
Rodeo Goat gets great reviews.
Really, what does it have on the Googles?
4.6.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So it's a relatively nicer or well-reviewed place.
Yeah. Ooh, the burgers look delicious. They have a Royale with cheese.
Oh, wow, really?
Royale with cheese.
Hang on, let me get back to the story here. So he goes to the corner store, gets the cash, pays the fake parking lot attendant, then the waiter comes by to say, hey, I guess greet him, take their order, whatever the story is. And the waiter said, hey, be careful. There's a fake parking lot attendant guy that's collecting money from people, and he's not really a parking lot attendant guy. And the waiter said something like, hey, the guy's scamming you for parking. And these are details that came out in the investigation. So the male, the date, this Aguirre guy, he gets pissed off. Witnesses apparently saw him sprinting back to his car, grabbed a handgun, chased the fake parking lot attendant down the street, and then shot the dude. Shot the guy. So people actually heard a gunshot ring out about 8 p.m.
This is really a poorly thought out plan on his part.
Aguirre, he shot Nix, left his body on the side of the road, and then just went back to the restaurant and then sat down with his date at the, what goat is it? It's the
Rodeo Goat.
The Rodeo Goat.
mean, that's hardcore.
Was he
He
like?
probably felt emasculated. Is that the word? Yeah. And then had to go take care of business and
No,
came back to the date.
no.
What's the word?
Well, emasculated is, when you feel your masculinity is taken away.
Yeah, that's what he felt like because
that
he
he
got,
was scammed?
The guy gets scammed.
All right.
He felt like a sucker. And he's going to have words with the parking lot. I don't know if he went out there intending to kill the guy,
So
but
the dude goes back to his car. He puts the gun back in the car and then goes back to the rodeo goat and sits down with the date. Wait a minute. It gets even twistier from here. So he told the woman that he had met for the date, hey, everything's great. He just scared the man. He told her, I just scared the man for the scam parking deal, shot the guy, killed the dude, comes back, and then he says, we better get out of here. Well, not in those words, but what he said was to the date, I'm not really comfortable with this restaurant. Let's go eat somewhere else. He wanted to get as far away from the scene of the crime as possible. So they leave. Now, listen to this. Houston police, they arrive at a call of a shooting. They found the fake parking lot attendant, Nix. He's unresponsive. They rush him to a local Houston hospital, and he's pronounced dead. The date, Aguirre's date, had no clue of what happened until police put out surveillance video. They had a still shot they put out on local media that they're looking for this individual in connection with the shooting that left this guy dead.
so she's sitting at home the next day and like, hey, that's the guy.
She has no clue what had happened. Police released the photos of the two together as they're walking, captured by surveillance cameras, and said that they were wanted in connection to the shooting, and they were just wanted for questioning. So she called the police.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
me.
said, hey, I'm in that picture there. I don't know anything about a shooting. So she calls the Houston police. She said she wanted to do the right thing, wanted to make sure she came forward, told the police what she knew. At this point, she'd already heard that a guy was shot. Turns out it's her date. So she rolls over on the dude. And then a warrant for this guy's arrest went out. He was arrested in Corpus Christi. Not terribly far from Houston, and the guy's being held. Is that a crazy date or what?
It's crazy. And you know what? She should have been suspicious the second this date of hers wanted to leave the rodeo goat, because Fester and I have been drooling over their website right now. Their menu items look, their burgers look amazing.
Yeah, everything looks really good.
They've got, and they're creatively named, like Hot Bastard.
Ooh.
What's the hot bastard burger?
Bad Hombre. Ooh, I wonder if he was going to order that. Bad
he
Hombre.
was going to get the. He was
Were
going
they
to
all
get.
from movies, the burgers?
Oh no, hold on. He got that one. The parking lot murderer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one he got. Tell you what, the burgers do look pretty darn good. He's got great taste in, I think, a restaurant to meet up for a date.
Just for a casual burger,
Yeah.
first date.
Yeah.
So there's no second date. Is that fair to say?
I think, I don't think there's going to be a second day. I don't know if there's going to be a prison conjugal visit. This dude he's going to do life, or maybe get the death penalty. I mean, who the hell? This is Texas, man. He shot the parking lot attendant. Listen, the guy was a scammer.
That's the
guy
other
was pulling a racket.
Okay, that's the other side of it. This is Texas, and the other guy was pulling a scam.
You can't shoot someone
I
in Texas for that.
understand, boy.
You can't kill somebody in Texas.
We're gonna put you in jail for 2 weeks on this one. Good job getting rid of the scammer, though.
Can't do that.
Texas.
Hey, and then one other quickie here, another crazy dating story. And I don't know what the hell is going on in Houston. So that story's Houston. And then we have a drunk Houston woman plowed a Porsche into a man on their first date and killed him. What is going on with first dates in Houston? A 32-year-old woman in Houston accused of plowing a Porsche into a man on a first date, killing him as she was going about 100 miles per hour, nearly 4 times the legal alcohol limit was in her system. The driver, Christina Chambers, was seen in this horrifying video slamming a blue Porsche 911 Carrera into Joe McMullen, 33, throwing him about 33 feet into the air before crashing into a pole. Chambers had been driving so fast that she failed to navigate a curve, hit a curb before striking McMillan, who had just left the Voodoo Donut Shop with his date.
Oh, that's awful.
My God. And again...
Okay, so did she do this on purpose? She did it because she was drunk? She did it...
Well, she
was
lost
she
control
showing
of the
off?
car.
What was she... Okay.
This is insane. We had gone to karaoke at this particular place. When we got out, the taco truck was closed. They knew that Voodoo would be open. He asked her if I wanted to take my car. Well, it's not that far. We can walk. That's the date of the guy that was plowed into who said that.
That's an awful date.
Man,
Jeez.
man, what is going on with first dates with these crazy scenarios in Houston?
Tell you what, man, the Houston dating scene is no joke
My
right now.
God.
No.
So anybody going on first dates in Houston, please be extremely cautious
Wear body armor.
because the track record right now, it's not good. It's not looking. So what? People are complaining about, I guess I have a head curl?
Oh, no. First a booger, now a head curl?
Yeah,
Okay.
I tell you what, it's been a rough MJ TV day for me.
All
All
right.
right, hold on a minute.
It's not as much a complaint as an observation.
Hold
Don't take
on-
it so personally.
Hold on to that thought. So, yes, I had something hanging out of my nose when we first came out of the air this morning.
You look like Kanicki.
You know what? I sneezed in the car, and I didn't know that anything came out.
How did you not feel that on your face?
Hang on. We'll get into all this next. Man, we got a lot of stuff. Oh! Arrests in the shooting on Dale Mabry that Michelle and I were caught up in the middle on Thursday night.
You might be called as a witness.
They got him. All right, hold on. We got a lot of stuff next. Don't move. Also, if you didn't hear the details on when we're going to start giving away the Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets, we announced the date. We'll give you that next. If you missed it, we got a lot of stuff. Long chunk, 1 hour, 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next here on Q105. Don't move. And we made the announcement the other day that we will start giving away those Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets, all 40 of them, in just over a week. It'll happen on May 15th. So we commence the next round of MJ Morning Show tablet tag on May 15th. That is a Monday. So, week and a half, I guess? Yeah, a week and a half from right now. We're going to give away 40, not 20. Previously, we've given away 20 tablets. We gave away 20 of these Microsoft Surface Pro tablets last August. Then we followed up with another 20 tablets in November. And, man, this is a smash hit. People, I have not seen response to a contest like this in a very, very long time. And now we're like doubling the fun. We're giving away 40 tablets, 40 winners. These things retailed, these Microsoft Surface Pro 8s, these are i5 Intels inside. These are full Windows computers. They're loaded with Windows 11. These are incredible. I use it daily. I use my Surface Pro, same thing. I use this unit daily. This is my go-to computer for all my MJ Morning Show prep. And we're giving away 40 of them. 40, and it starts on Monday, May 15th, then every day that week, every hour. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 9 o'clock hours, we give away a tablet the whole week. And then we repeat the next week. So that's a total of 20 each week, 40 tablets. Mark your calendars. It starts May 15th, Monday, right here on the MJ Morning Show, and it is brought to you by Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. So they stepped up, man. They're sponsoring this contest. I am thrilled. Thank you to collegebrothers.com.
That's awesome.
For your next move. Easy as that. tocollegebrothers.com. All right, so what are you going to bust me on here? I got some kind of a head curl.
Some kind of a head curl.
Yeah, you look like you're part of the, what are they?
Let me post
from
this
Greece?
thing. Yeah, I'm going to post this on my Instagram.
What's the name of the gang?
You don't know?
T-Birds.
You don't know?
Yeah, you look like you remember the T-Birds.
The biggest Grease fan I know?
It's posted on my Instagram. So what? Wacky Jackie did a comparison. What, you wake her up at 6:30 this morning and say, hey, Wacky Jackie, I need a Photoshop quickly. Hurry up.
Several listeners pointed out your curl after Roxanne pointed out your nose clinger.
Oh,
yeah.
That was an upper lip clinger. I'm still perplexed as to how you didn't feel that. I was like, I thought you were messing with me. I thought you were like trying to see, okay, let's see how long it takes Roxanne to tell me what's on my face.
And Roxanne Dana pointed out that you got a booger in your nose. And you, I did. I mean, we come on the air at 6 o'clock this morning. I did sneeze in the vehicle on the Howard Franklin Bridge, and I didn't know that I had a clinger, but I had a nostril stalactite.
Right. You look like my 3-year-old who obviously is comfortable walking around with stuff on her face. I was like, I need to come over there and get a wet wipe for your face.
You know that 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old booger nose where the stuff is just it's just gross. So that's what I look like this morning?
Yes.
All right. So we got messages from listeners. What? Nobody's going to point out his hair? You're going to point out his nose?
Right. So I had booger nose first, and then they're pointing out this curl. Is the curl still there?
It's still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's there.
So normally your curls go back and up and back.
Right.
Well, you have one straggler that's coming down, and it gives like a perfect curl right between your eyebrows.
It's like a Jerry curl.
You need a modern haircut.
I got an MJ curl.
So
an MJ curl.
You have one big curl, and somebody said you looked like Superman, or it's the MJ version of Superman. And I laughed. I go, "That's a side-by-side comparison."
That's great.
So I took a picture of you. I remember I said, "Hey, I got to take a picture of you."
Oh yeah,
and you looked up for me. I took your picture. And I found the Superman image, and I woke up Wacky Jackie because I don't know how to put these two pictures together. And she put them side by side.
You don't even know how to use the keyboard on the computer in front of you.
I don't.
I know.
So
I deal with it every morning.
She made this.
I have to tell Fester, step away from the computer. Let me do it.
And yet, amazingly, I'm still here. So it's amazing. Anyway.
So you get Wacky Jackie to slap together a side-by-side comparison, and it's called Super Hair Day. And there's the image of me and my little curl coming down in the middle of my forehead. And I'm next to Christopher Reeve with his little Superman curl.
Are you like flexing your jaw muscles in that picture? Are you trying to look like Superman?
I'm doing nothing. I'm looking at Fester. Fester just said, hey, look at me. I got to take a picture. And that was it.
MG, if you ever had a mug shot, regardless of the curl, that's what it would look like. It's like there's no emotion, no expression on your face. It's like, ugh.
I posted it on my Instagram. If you want to see how much I look like Christopher Reeve prior to him.
I was going to say, what, before or after the accident?
Didn't he fall off a horse?
Yes, he sure did.
Oh, man, that's right. Yeah, if you want to see me and my curl this morning, go to my Instagram. It's Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And see the side-by-side comparison and my Jerry curl going on. Hey, a couple of school things here. It's not really school fools. Well, maybe one is. But did you see that there's a House bill that's looking to push back the start times for middle and high school students here in the state of Florida?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Really?
House Bill 733. And the bill states that school can't start any earlier than 8 a.m. for middle schoolers and 8:30 a.m. for high schoolers.
I think that's when my school started.
No, high school starts really early. I think
Lawmakers said pushing back school start times comes down to sleep. Listen, this is nothing new. There have been so many damn studies that like middle schoolers, high schoolers, that they need the extra time, that starting school too early, it's a detriment to learning.
Well, not only that, but when you become a teenager, your circadian rhythm changes. And so where you used to be able to go to bed at 8 or 9 because your body was producing melatonin, then it doesn't produce it until 10 or 11 p.m. And so high schoolers are naturally geared towards wanting to stay up late, and then they're exhausted the next day.
What are you, a sleep psychiatrist? What's going on over here?
Yeah, she wrote her thesis on it.
Sleep studies.
All right, so what time does school start? I'm looking at a story off of Channel 10 at the beginning of the school year for the bell schedule. High school start in Pinellas County, according to this, at 7:25.
That's too
That's
early.
early.
That seems right.
That is way too.
And then high school times in Hillsborough County says 8:30 to 8:40.
All right, so high schools are later, I guess, in Hillsborough. They did that some time ago, I guess.
I mean, this
And
is
I think I remember talking about that a long time ago, but you've got a lot of schools that start early. Like, what about Pasco? Oh, my God.
4:30 in the morning. Unbelievable.
high school start mostly from 7:10 to 10:10.
What? That's a hell of a stretch.
range?
3-hour range.
All right.
I can fly to Denver during that time span. What the hell?
High schools in Hernando County, 7:20. So, yeah, I always thought high school started pretty early in the morning. I guess Hillsborough is different. And this is according to a Channel 10 story that was published at the beginning of the school
All right,
year.
but House Bill 733 would standardize things in the state of Florida, saying that school can't start any earlier than 8 a.m. for middle school, 8:30 a.m. for high school. And the research shows that starting later is better and kids learn more. So do it. Oh,
And you're approaching adulthood where you usually most likely have a 9 to 5 job. So you're more in that range than, 7 in the morning.
hey, speaking of school, listen to this. I saw a story. This is out of Pennsylvania. And I saw this last night. And the headline, this is from WTAE. I think that's a Pittsburgh television station. Look up WTAE. I think it's Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Listen to the headline from their website. Students are playing a dangerous game, according to police. The game is called Assassins.
That sounds dangerous.
It is Pittsburgh, by the way.
Hello, WTAE. Hello, state and local police in Pennsylvania. The 80s called. They want their game back. Listen, that's been going on since I was in school. The assassin game. Come on.
What is that?
Well, you don't really assassinate anybody. It's like you play tag in school and you squirt them with a water pistol.
Okay.
Cops and robbers?
Yeah. I've never played a game called Assassins.
Dude, no, this has been around forever.
Shooting water guns at each other?
Listen to this. State and local police have issued a warning over a trend where students reportedly separate into teams and shoot each other with water guns that closely resemble real firearms. The game is called Assassins. According to officials, teams are assigned targets to eliminate each week. Police say the game is likely to occur outside of school hours, but it's happened in school. I'm telling you, it's happened in school. But this game is not new. This is 2023, and it's like, oh, look, breaking news. There's a game called Assassins. This was going on when I was in high school in 1982, 83, 84. My God. Come on. Oh, there are tons of kids listening right now, and they've heard of this game.
We did something like that in high school, but it was, crotch, wiener punches.
Oh, come on.
I got my buddy Sal 2 chicken sandwiches. He took out my buddy Scott during church right in the crotch.
You've got one speed, and it's crotch.
He does.
One speed? Yeah, one speed, and it's crotch.
He's so good at it.
That's Froggy.
Just call me crotch for now on.
Hey, I want to call BS on something. I want to call total BS on something. Nicolas Cage says he remembers being in the womb.
That's hysterical.
Get out. Come on.
Maybe he had one of those moms who always asked him, do you remember when you were in my tummy? And maybe she just convinced him of it.
Do you remember being in the womb in September? Come on.
It was warm and cozy.
Do you remember? In your womb in September.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, Nicolas Cage, he's been doing a lot of interviews lately because he's in that Dracula movie, which got terrible, terrible reviews. What is it called? Renfield? And I like Nick Cage. I really do like Nicolas Cage, but he's done some stinkers. And remember, he got himself in such financial difficulty. He was like millions and millions in debt. And he essentially just made every script that came across his desk because he had to get out of debt.
Well, part of these interviews he's been doing for this awful Dracula movie, he said he's taking crappy movie roles to pay off that debt.
Yeah, I mean, that's been known for quite some time. And now he's done an interview where he says that he remembers being in the womb. When asked about his earliest memory, he said he actually remembers being in the womb. And come on, you can't have a memory. What's your earliest memory, Roxanne?
3 years old, and I was on my patio, or I was by my pool in Tampa, in near Lake Magdalene, and I remember that.
All right, 3 years old, your earliest memory.
Actually, it was like right before I turned 3.
Fester, your earliest memory.
I think it was maybe 4. I think I remember my sister's my sister Angela's first birthday. But
Froggy.
I'm 3 years older, so
Froggy, your
Yes.
earliest memory.
The day I was born, I peed. I'm not lying.
yes.
I peed on like my mom's face when she took me out.
All right, will you come on,
I promise you, man, I'm
Dude.
not lying. And I could still remember,
You do not remember the
I
day you were
do.
born. No, you don't.
I remember.
Will you stop it,
It's like
please?
dark, light, then noise, and then whiz.
And I was like, "Can I get some shades? My eyes hurt."
Will you stop it,
And
please?
I was like, and I remember going like this.
Frog-
What is this long thing below my umbilical cord?
Please stop it. Please stop.
I remember.
Would you be serious? What is the earliest memory that you have?
I think like 3 when I cracked my head open. I fell on a bar corner at my cousin's house, and I sliced my eye open, and I could swear I could remember
So
that.
your first memory is traumatic brain injury.
yeah, 3.
I remember 2. I remember 2 years old. I remember shoving a wooden puzzle piece under the refrigerator in our apartment in Bay Terrace, Queens. And I also remember my second birthday because it was at Adventurers Inn. It was like a little amusement park in Queens.
You don't remember your second birthday?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. It was at Adventurers Inn in Queens. Look up Adventurers Inn in Queens.
What is that going to prove?
Right
The place
there,
is Big
Flushing.
deal.
Look at that. Festival on Pinterest. Adventures in Flushing, New York. Once upon a time, Adventures Inn was an amusement park in Flushing, New York, just off the Whitestone Expressway on Linden Place. It existed from the 1950s into the late 1970s.
Okay,
My second birthday was January 24th of 1968, and I remember that.
I do believe you because last night I was cleaning out my drawers and I found an old mask, a face mask, and I held it up to Daviana. I was like, "Do you know what this is?" She's like, "A mask." And then she went into like this political commentary about how she hated masks and she was remembered wearing them on hotels and in planes. And guess what? That was when she was like 1.5.
So your child's first memory is going to be COVID regulations?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
For a lot of kids, it is.
That's right.
I got to talk about some Law and Order here, but just recap. I don't believe that Nicolas Cage remembers the womb. Can you remember your first birthday? Maybe your second? I remember second birthday. Absolutely, hands down. Those are some of my earliest memories, no doubt about it. All right, moving along. A couple of Law and Order items here. There has been an arrest, or I should say, there have been arrests in the shooting that Michelle and I we didn't witness the actual shooting, but we saw like the immediate aftermath because we saw that there was commotion. We saw there were people getting out of the car. There was there was just something going on at Dale Mabry and the Walters Crossing traffic light right there at Total Wine and More. The entrance to is Nordstrom Rack in there, and you got Target in there. You got Home Depot in there.
Southbound Dale Mabry, just north of Interstate 275.
Just north of 275, because Michelle and I were headed to the Walmart to fill up with gas. I had just picked up Michelle in Ybor City. It was the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office like yearly get-together reunion.
The last thing I want to do is see old coworkers every year.
And
Dude,
Michelle,
if I had to go to dinner with Brian Fink every year, forget it, man. No
So-
way. I'm out.
Michelle hadn't been to one of these in quite some time, but Michelle worked at the state attorney's office. She was an ASA, assistant state attorney, for a couple of years. And she went down for this get-together last Thursday night in Ybor, and I went to pick her up. And on the way home, I needed gas, stopped at Walmart, and then I just saw there was something just unnatural right there at that traffic light on Dale Mabry, just north of 275. And turns out it was a shooting. We pull into the gas pump at Walmart, and then people are like, oh, my God, shots fired. And I'm like, I just saw people stumbling out of the car, people on the road. And sure enough, there was that altercation. They believe it was targeted. Another vehicle shot into the vehicle with 4 people. 2 people inside the car were hit. The other car fled. And then I shot video of the aftermath of the police, like 24 TPD cars. All right, so hold on a sec. What's going on 275, Andrew? Turn on your
Say
microphone.
it again, Andrew.
Say it
Right
again.
now, all traffic is stopped southbound on 275 at about 4th Street because of an accident.
Oh.
Right now, they're loading somebody into an
Oh,
ambulance.
jeez.
Hopefully, they'll open the lane up again.
All right, let's do an impromptu traffic report. You're saying 275 southbound
Yes.
at 4th Street,
Yes.
traffic is stopped.
Wait, let Fester
Right.
do it. Let Fester do traffic.
No.
No.
I got to get in the helicopter.
Why would I don't. No. All right.
Fester's good at it.
No, listen, let me get back to my story. So it's a giant mess, and it's backing up 275 southbound, like halfway across the Howard Franklin Bridge right now.
Yes.
So it's just a giant mess. So that's what's going on if you're stuck in traffic.
People will be
Man.
late.
Yeah, so you're probably going to be late for work or wherever the hell you're going. So, sorry about that. All right, back to my shooting story. So I immediately, after I finished pumping gas, I pulled over to the Best Buy parking lot right up front, walked to the sidewalk along Dale Mabry, and I did an Instagram Live. Now, that video is still up on my Instagram. It's the pinned item. It's the first thing. So my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and I shot like a 7-minute video. You can see EMTs doing chest compressions on somebody on the road. There's another guy sitting up. He was shot in the shoulder,
Right.
and they're cutting his shirt off, and he's all bloodied up.
It's pretty gruesome.
Well, guess what? Arrests were made. So if you want to see the video that I shot, it is on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and give me a follow.
Can we say the video that you took
Yeah, okay,
or
fine.
recorded?
All right.
I don't like shot.
The
when
video that I shot of
two
a
people were
shooting?
shot.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of shots.
All right, a lot
It's
of
like-
shots,
It's like
yeah.
that song, shots.
And then Michelle and I went home and we did some
Did a couple,
shots.
right?
Yeah,
Did a
we,
Jaeger shot.
we did some Jaeger bombs.
Okay.
Did some Jaeger shots. No, but here's the update. TPD announced there was a press release a little before 5 o'clock yesterday. And TPD released a presser that 2 people were arrested in the double shooting last Thursday night around 9 p.m. Don't I know it? We were there. So Jaquani Penny, 26, or Jaquan, Jaquune. What, Jaquan?
Sure, I'll go with Jaquan.
I'm calling him Jack Wagon. So Jack Wagon Penny, 26 years old.
That's a good prison name.
Yeah, and Myron Griffin, 23, followed a vehicle from West Boy Scout Boulevard to the red light on North Dale Mabry, right in front of Total Wine, right in front of the Walmart, the Best Buy, the Target, the Nordstrom Rack, the Home Depot. So followed them there. Once the victim's vehicle had come to a halt, these 2 individuals, Penny and Griffin, they fired shots into the vehicle. That was the red car. And you can see the red car on my video. It's got bullet holes all on the side. And you got 2 people. There were 4 people in that car, and 2 of them were shot.
How good of a job does the average car do at stopping a bullet? Or at least slowing it down severely?
No, not very well. I
don't
mean,
think
the
the
metal
glass-
on a car is pretty small. You know, it's pretty thin, actually.
Why don't you ask, what's his name? The guy,
What, you trying to think of a mob movie or something?
no, like the Suge guy got killed with Suge Knight. Remember they shot through the
Tupac?
car?
See, you don't get shot through the glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
So one of the victims remains in serious condition, at a local hospital. That's the one that was getting chest compressions on my video at Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Take a look. Give me a follow. According to the Tampa police statement, these suspects put not only the lives of their victims in danger, but also all those who were traveling on this always busy roadway. I mean, Michelle and I were driving right by this thing.
Did you say that? And MJ and Michelle.
Yeah.
Did the interim chief not mention you in this statement?
He did not. So that's a statement from interim Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkall. He said, I applaud the diligent work of our detectives to get these two off the streets, and they're working to identify any other possible persons of interest in this case. I urge anyone who may have seen or heard something related to the shooting to please come forward with that information.
That's you.
Investigators said that both men have been charged with first-degree premeditated attempted murder with a firearm. So premeditated, that fits the narrative of it was targeted. So they were going after these individuals. This was a targeted shooting. It wasn't a random drive-by.
You need to call Crime Stoppers and tell them what you saw, and they need to come down and have like a little interview with you.
Yeah, I saw the aftermath when they were stumbling out of the car and they were sitting on the median strip. But my video is my video's crazy.
It's haunting, if I could say.
Again, see the video. It's up on Certified MJ Radio. It's the first item, and it's pinned. You'll see the little push pin in it. And the video's like 7 minutes long, so watch as much as you want. And give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. So both these guys charged with first-degree premeditated attempted murder with a firearm, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and shooting into a vehicle. Also, this dude Griffin was a felon in possession of a firearm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was like an altar boy or something.
No.
Oh, he's a felon. That's a surprise.
But now, the story that I told on Friday and then again on Monday, now we've got some closure here because they've made an arrest. What did I say? I said that there was a license plate camera reader right at Spruce. You got that gas station. You know, right next to where Sweet Tomatoes used to be. Now it's like a marijuana grow joint or something. I don't know. Is it an Amoco station or whatever the heck that is? A Chevron. Anyway, right on the corner of Spruce and Dale Mabry's the gas station. And last I saw, they have one of those TPD federal grant license plate readers with it's like a trailer. It's got solar panels. It has the stick in the air.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and they're flashing blue lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also one down in the old Comp USA parking lot.
I see them around town. I had no idea what those were.
Those are license plate readers. So they must have gotten the license plate of the vehicle and hunted these bozos down. So how about that?
So if it happened at the corner of Boy Scout and Dale Mabry where they first had the altercation, they probably got all the Jerry Ohm Dodge lot footage. Call the cars racing by.
Anyway, they got him. All right, I want to talk about something that has occurred. There has been a plummet in sales of a particular item associated with love. So if I were to say sales have gone down with an item associated with love, the Love Boat.
I have a guess.
Froggy, I don't want your guess. I want you to recuse yourself. I don't want one of your, because it's going to be wieners.
Who buys wieners?
It's not going to be.
It doesn't matter. Everything's wiener with him.
It's not going to be anything close to wieners.
All right, what is it?
Condoms.
All right, will you stop it?
It's not?
Will you stop it?
Condoms.
All right, Roxanne.
What are those?
There has been a sales plummet of this particular item associated with love.
I'm going to go. I dreamed about this last night. I dreamed about flowers. I'm going to go with flowers.
Ooh, that might be a good guess.
All right, looking for flowers. No, first strike.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thanks for playing the feud.
Why do you go to the...
I'm Lily Anderson. Thanks for playing the feud.
I mean,
The obscure.
he hasn't hosted the feud in, 20 years?
What's your guess, fat boy?
Louis Anderson's calling me the fat boy?
Actually, I was thinking we can go out on a date after the show.
Louis is my kind of guy.
Do you like guys with separated teeth?
If I were going to date a guy,
Yeah?
I would date Louis Anderson. Do you know why?
Why?
I would double my wardrobe.
Give me your answer for the feud.
How about chocolates, Louis?
I love chocolates.
Second strike.
All right. So it's
I eat chocolates all day.
I know, so do I. We have a lot in common. We should really go out.
I'm just going to tell you.
Please. I want to keep
No,
flirting with Louis Anderson.
I like this. I like this.
Oh, you want to take another guess?
No, I like this.
We got another guess. Louis Anderson's feud.
Yeah, Roxanne wants to hear dead Louis Anderson
Yeah,
courting,
I need a little echo.
courting Fester.
Greeting cards or love cards.
Greeting cards. Let's check out the board. Damn it all.
All right.
Andrew wants to guess. Oh, hold on. So it goes. They lose. It goes to the Andrew family.
Go ahead, Andrew. Give me the guess.
The Andrew family
Trying
for
to
the steal.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm trying to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead and
Is it the
steal it.
little candy hearts with things written on them?
Didn't I say chocolates?
No.
Yeah, but those are chocolate.
No.
Chocolate and candy hearts are totally different.
Candy hearts
Guys.
is only Valentine's Day. They sell from like 1 week a year, Andrew. It's the dumbest answer ever.
Sales of this have plummeted, and they're blaming it on COVID-19 engagement rings.
What?
Yeah, engagement ring sales are down,
We were close.
and it's being blamed on COVID-19. Yeah, the wedding industry was greatly affected, and there was a nosedive in sales of engagement rings, and they're still seeing it today. So here we are, COVID hit in mid-March of 2020. Here we are in May of 2023. Can you believe it's 3 years? Is that unbelievable?
Yeah, 2020 around St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day, right?
3 years. And they're saying that engagement sales are still down. And they're trying to get back to pre-pandemic levels for engagement ring sales. Some of the big national jewelers, they say that in order to get back to pre-pandemic levels, they need sales to increase on engagement rings by 25% by 2026. So Jamie Singleton is retailer Signet Jewelers president and chief consumer officer, and said, so what's happened over the past couple of years is what we anticipated and we planned for. Engagement jewelry sales were lackluster in fiscal 2023, and we expect them to remain so for the balance of fiscal 2024. Noted that bridal jewelry is pivotal to their company, as those purchases make up 50% of their sales. But I had no idea. I thought, like travel has come racing back. You try to book airfare for the summertime, cruises,
Through the roof.
just European travel. Travel is through the roof. Like, for instance, I'm going down to Little Cayman. Oh, by the way, guys, just a little heads up. I spoke to your wife.
Yeah. Let's hear about this.
Yeah, hey, I called your wife yesterday, Froggy, because she had...
Yeah? Oh, I'm not doing Louis. Sorry.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. It's over. It's over.
Turn Louis over.
The guess
sorry.
was engagement rings,
Right.
Louis.
Okay.
So I called Froggy's wife, Kim, yesterday because she has sent me a note. Could you please let me know when you're planning summer vacation?
Because life revolves around MJ.
Well, here's the deal. Well, it is the MJ morning show. When it's the Froggy morning show, you can pick the vacation dates.
The guy usually picks some pretty sweet
No,
vacation time,
but
so I'm not complaining.
Listen, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm taking Julian scuba diving down in Little Cayman, one of my favorite places to scuba dive. I love Little Cayman. It is like Gilligan's Island. There are like 138 permanent residents. It's a mile wide, about 9 miles long. It's paradise.
And
It's-
after you're there for a week, half those residents want to leave.
You
So,
stop it.
Somebody get me on a boat and get me the hell out of
the
here.
point is that they are like booked like May, June, July, and I was able to squeeze in, but the island, it's busy because there is so much COVID makeup travel, and that's still continuing.
So travel has
Yeah.
come back. Okay, can you give us those dates?
Yeah, what week are you taking off?
All right, so end of June. I don't know I don't.
So June 23rd is our last show for a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh.
And then but then it kind of gets kind of crappy because we're gonna do a show on Monday, July 3rd,
Oh,
but
no,
then we're off on Tuesday, July 4th.
I'm calling in July 3rd.
No, you're not.
No, we're not gonna do
I'm not you. I'm not.
That's like the worst
Yeah.
day for
Yeah,
people
seriously,
to work.
take the
I mean, it
day.
I'm
really
sorry.
is-
We're doing a show on Monday, July 3rd.
No,
I'm
we
not burning that as a
Oh,
vacation day.
Okay, that's okay. The bad one is July 5th. I'll be calling in July 5th.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it'll be MJ and Roxanne on July 3rd.
Listen,
and, MJ and Fester
the
and
federal
Froggy.
holiday and the work day is July 4th. It's Tuesday. We don't have the day before. We don't have the day after.
That's ridiculous.
All right, so just giving you a little heads up. Oh, and then Froggy, you're out next week? Yeah, Kim said, oh, and don't forget Froggy's out next week.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
like,
I gotta.
and then I said to Kim, I said, Froggy gets more vacation time than I get because you guys get all the days I get. And then when Froggy takes a week outside of when I take, Froggy is the most vacation time on the whole crew here.
Oh well, I got a business to run and I got to go to our factory. Sorry, it's not a vacation.
He did text it or emailed it to
As
everybody.
long as you get your 3 posts up, you're fine.
And if people have a problem with it, come talk to me.
Anyway, engagement ring sales have plummeted.
Chump.
And COVID-19, would you call me a chump?
No, yeah. The chump knows who the chump is.
Yeah, I don't know who the chump is, but
I know who the chump is.
go ahead.
All right, so engagement ring sales have plummeted, and they're not going to come back for a couple of years.
Oh, man.
Did
Well-
Roxanne? Did you get? No, you had one before you got married.
Yeah, that's the order of events usually.
Oh yeah, you just got married, not engaged. Okay.
Yes. And then, so why would that happen? You think people spent all that time locked up during COVID with each other and they're like,
Well,
I don't want to be locked down to this person.
Well, I know that my cousin's wedding was canceled like 2 or 3 times.
Your brother's wedding was...
Exactly. My brother's wedding was canceled, I think, 2 or 3 times. And then he finally got married on Super Bowl Sunday of 2022. Super Bowl Sunday.
You know what? It was so
Oh,
funny. Your brother actually planned it the week after the Super Bowl. Then the NFL extended the season by a week and hosed your brother over.
Uh-huh.
We talked about something on the program late yesterday. So very late in the show yesterday, I talked about a woman who has 36 tattoos. I'm sorry. She's 36. She is covered with tattoos. So let me
Okay.
hang on.
All right. I can see how you could get confused.
I think she might be 36 with 36 tattoos.
Yesterday
Anyway,
you did the story of the woman who's removing all 36 tattoos, right?
well, I'm
How do you recall the story, Froggy?
Well, you did it.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
And I said we ought to take phone calls on this.
Oh, okay.
I'm going back.
Tattoo
Yeah.
regret stories.
Right.
Because
Oh, that's right. Because you brought that up. You
Right.
said it would be a good segment.
At the end of the show yesterday, I brought up the story about this lifestyle blogger.
is she also an influencer?
Her name is Sarah,
Mm.
and she admits now at the age of 36 that she regrets every single tattoo that she has, that she chose in her 20s. She says they just don't match who I am now, my girly, feminine aesthetic. So she's got a jillion hits on social media now. She said, imagine, if you will, you put a shirt on once when you're in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. So she's having major tattoo regret. Yeah, she said she got her first tattoo on her 18th birthday. She believes that she was last inked in 2019. She got vines tattooed on her index fingers, and she is pictured. She's got sleeves. She's got all. She
She has like a chest plate tattoo.
She-
it goes all the way
it-
up her throat.
She's got all kinds. She's covered.
Yeah.
And now she's 36 years old, and she's saying that her chest, her arms, her legs are covered. Her ribs are covered. She's covered in tattoos.
I think she looks good.
Yeah, she didn't do any face tattoos.
Unfortunately.
And now she says she regrets it. So she's 36 years old, and she regrets every single one of her tattoos. She says, quote, I regret them all.
Here, I think this
So
is her.
We talked about that. Is this her audio? I go back to the beginning.
I don't know how to do that.
Just go hit refresh.
Refresh the page.
Hit refresh the page.
Got my tattoos, but today specifically I wanted to
I got to refresh the page.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, I'll
Go.
tell you. I was getting a text message
Yeah.
first thing this morning. Someone heard us talk about it yesterday
Yeah.
and was like, I want to chime in when you guys get to that. And
Festa, leave it alone. Let me handle it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
they said that they love all 20-some of their tattoos. It's a woman. And
Right.
she said, in fact, everybody's skin gets old and saggy. So what do I care if I have my tattoos getting old and saggy? Everyone's skin. You know how people always say that, oh, how's that going to look when you're older?
Yeah, here's this woman. Let's listen in.
wrap my tattoos, but today specifically I wanted to talk about not matching my aesthetic, right? So I think if you ask almost anybody that's over 30, if they have a better idea of who they are in their 30s than they did in their 20s, they're going to be like, oh my God, yes.
Anyway, so she rambles on.
Yeah,
So
she's a real ramble
I
fest.
thought we'd bring this back up because I think it's significant. She's covered in tattoos. She's 36 now. She regrets every one of them. So I thought maybe we'd go to phones earlier in the show, which is right now, and ask people, do you regret your tattoos? How old are you now? How old were you when you got your tattoos? Do you regret your tattoos? Yes or no? She's got a lot of body art, and she's now saying, I don't like any of them. I regret them all. All right, 800-990-1047. So, Festa, why do you have a funja face on?
Because I'm thinking about
Right.
regrettable tattoos. I don't have any tattoos.
I have no tattoo. I don't think anyone in the room has tattoos.
I think-
Rox, do you have a tattoo?
No, the only thing I'm trying to find a point of relatability.
Hold on, do you have a tattoo?
No.
You have nothing.
The only thing I can relate to is a belly button ring. I got that when I was 25
Okay.
in my 20s.
Mhm.
And now in this later decade of my life, I want it still.
Okay, well, I
All
got
right.
a belly button ring as well, and it's the size of a basketball hoop, and I love it. I understand
So
that.
hula hoop.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Kids
let's go to
play in it.
phones. All right, 800-990-1047. Do you regret your tattoos? Yes or no? 800-990-1047. Look at the phones. Every line.
I mean, it could be one particular tattoo, maybe not every one of them, but there's something you look at it and it reminds you of something, and you look at it with regret, like, oh man, I should have never have
All
done
right,
that.
so listen, is it one or two tattoos you regret, or do you regret them all? 800-990-1047. Every line is jammed. Let's go right away. Katie will be up first here in St. Pete. Hey, Katie, welcome to the... Oh, you know what? Let me give out the Rock the Cash Box word here.
Oh, if it's
yeah.
tattoo, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it is 8:02. So this hour's word, the 8 o'clock hour word, is celebrate. Celebrate. That's celebrate, Celebrate. The word celebrate. Text the word celebrate nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. Good luck. So that's the 8 o'clock word. Now, back to the phones. Katie in St. Pete, do you regret any of your tattoos?
Well, it's not my tattoo, it's my father. So my father got a tattoo when he was 18 in the 70s in somebody's apartment.
Oh, God.
And it's a heart with a dagger through it, and it says Peggy.
Oh,
My mother's name is Ruth.
so why the hell would it say Peggy?
Because it was another woman.
Was that a girlfriend back then?
Yeah, apparently he was engaged to the girl, and
Oh, boy.
yeah. You know how the story goes. And he got a tattoo, and then back in the 70s, you can't get it. He had it half covered up his whole life. It was crazy.
Did he have it removed finally, or they just covered it up with some other artwork?
No, it still said Peggy the whole time. He had it half covered, tried to cover up where it said Peggy, and it never got covered up. It was
Wow.
like,
Because, you know, a lot of tattoo... Thank you for the call, Katie. You know, a lot of tattoo artists, they do cover-up work, or they change old tattoos into something new. That's like an art form as well.
Yeah, my ex-husband had RW. So that was...
Oh, RW for Roxanne Wilder.
Yes.
So he's married to somebody else right now with
Wow.
your initials somewhere on his body.
No, I think he had like a cover-up done. You know, like...
And
like
you know what? He can add Doug to that.
Doug.
that's what he did. He just had RW and Doug.
All right, let me grab Z in Tampa. Hey, Z, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Z.
Good morning, everybody. I actually regret one, but I love all my other ones. I got my first one when I was 21 and still have it. I'm 51 now, and I actually got added on to one of mine when I was 50 last year.
Wow. All right. So what do you regret? What is the tattoo that you wish you never got?
It was supposed to be the symbol for Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn, and the person did an awful job, so it looks like VJ is on my leg.
VJ?
It looks like VJ instead of the symbol for Capricorn. I was like, this sucks.
Oh boy.
So
wait. You're talking about VJ as in?
I know that's what it looks like. It literally looks like a cursive V and a cursive.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, instead of the symbol for Capricorn.
No, the Capricorn symbol resembles the letter V and the letter J.
I was thinking vajayjay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. He's not really into astrology, Z. You have to forgive him.
Yeah, I know nothing about astrology. All right, Z, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Have a good day, guys.
You
Bye.
too. All right, Michael is in St. Pete. Apparently, Michael's a tattoo artist. Hey, Michael, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. What's the story?
I mean, I've been in the business for about 10 years now. People get tattoos they regret all the time. I'm talking to someone currently who's trying to get tattoos covered up. I mean, it's an impulsive business. People get a wild hair and they're like, I want to get tattooed today.
How many people are kind of liquored up when they get tattooed?
I won't tattoo people that are liquored up.
Oh, you won't. So that's an ethical thing. If they're liquored up, then you assume that maybe they're not making the right decision, and you won't tattoo a drunk person.
Oh, I don't care about their bad decisions. They don't hold still when they're drinking.
Oh, they don't hold still.
Yeah, right?
Oh, that makes sense. Never thought about that.
I've had terrible experiences with people drinking.
I was about to say.
I had an old large Marge trucker woman one time.
Yeah.
Hitting on me the entire time I'm tattooing her. Playing with my beard, telling me what terrible things she would do to me if she could.
Oh, my God.
It was a horrible experience.
Wow. Michael, so have you ever had someone want a tattoo that was just a bad idea, and you try to talk them out of the tattoo that they were demanding?
I am not that person because I love a bad idea tattoo.
See, Michael, I'm with you, Michael.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, Michael, what is one of the worst bad idea tattoos that you've done?
I had this kid come in. He's 16. He got his mom's name tattooed on him, but it covered up his entire forearm. Well, his mom sat there next to him knitting the entire time.
Oh, wow, because mom would have to consent to the tattoo at 16, right?
Yeah, and it's like, so they kind of get what they can get. And for some reason, his mom's name all the way across his forearm.
What was mom's name? What was the first name?
I can't even remember. I don't read them.
And then is it 18? Do you have to be 18 in Florida to get a tattoo?
16 in Florida.
Oh, wait a sec. So you don't need consent at 16?
Really?
You can get a tattoo without parental consent?
No, you need parental consent.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So at 16, you can get a tattoo with parental consent. How old do you have to be to get a tattoo without parental consent?
18.
Yeah, that's what I
You get
thought.
whatever you want.
Yeah, wow. All right. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you listening. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Wow.
Let's grab Matthew. Has tons of tattoos in Tampa. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, what's going on this morning? Listen, I don't regret any of my tattoos, honestly.
How many do you have?
My arms are covered, my hands are covered, my fingers are covered, my neck's covered, my chest, my stomach's covered.
And how many did he get up in Natick, Massachusetts?
Not Natick, Weymouth, Massachusetts.
All right, whatever. All right, I was just taking a stab at it.
You got a good stab at it. But I don't regret any of them. Honestly, it's kind of like a walking journal. I can look over my body, and each tattoo is a time in my life. And I can just look at that time, and whether it was a good time or it was a bad time, it's still a memory, and it's not a regret. It's a memory.
All right, so Matthew, how old are you now?
43.
43. When did you get your first tattoo?
18.
And when did you get your last tattoo?
About 41, I think.
Oh, well, 2 years ago.
But do you have any tattoos?
And it hurt bad.
Matthew, do you have any tattoos that just didn't age well? Like an NSYNC logo or something.
Yeah, I have a dragon on my shoulder blade. That was my first tattoo when I was 18, and it did not age well. I didn't go to the best guy. I was very intrigued to get it tattooed, and I just rushed into it at an impulse, and it doesn't look like a dragon. It looks like a fucked up cat.
All right. Matthew, thank you. We got to let you go.
Okay.
You could have said any other word to describe the cat but that one, Matthew. Thanks for calling.
Okay. You could have said screwed up cat. You could have said frigged up cat.
On to the next one.
All right. Anyway, I had to dump that off of the air because we were a little F-bombed there. But it will live on. If you want to hear what Matthew said, it lives on MJTV and it lives on the podcast.
If you're listening on a smart speaker, you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
So.
We dump it off of the federally controlled airwaves on 104.7 FM. Thank you, Matthew.
Okay, the tattoo lines are lit over here. Most people do not have regret, but I have to tell you this story.
Hold on, you're talking about the text lines.
The text lines, yes. I'm sorry.
That's the TTTL.
Yes.
Text line.
And not a lot of regret.
All right,
But
go
I
ahead.
have to tell you this. This woman says, I worked at a doctor's office that removed tattoos. We had a young lady come in who'd gotten a tattoo when she was 21 of a koi fish. The mouth of the koi fish surrounded the opening of her. And she expressed that giving birth and knowing that the doctor saw the baby come out of the mouth of the koi fish was horrific, and she wanted it removed with a laser, but it was too painful, and she couldn't complete the treatment.
Oh, jeez.
A koi fish around that.
Ugh. Thank you very much.
That's the story you decided to go with?
That's lovely. The text lines are loaded, and that's what we get. All right,
I think that's pretty unique.
Let's grab Lisa in Port Richey. Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're just asking our listeners, are there any tattoos that you regret? Because there's a video circulating of a woman who's 36 years old, and she is covered, and she says she regrets every tattoo that she ever got. Lisa, where do you stand?
I don't regret any of mine. None. And nothing, we call it off the wall, and, that's where it's just a basic tattoo, and you can just get it stenciled right on you. My guy literally drew on my arm all of my tattoos with a Sharpie and then tattooed them. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's like artwork. So I don't have any regret. I got my first tattoo when I was in my 30s, and I'm 52. And my 3 grandkids love to take a magic marker and draw into the open area.
That's funny.
You're like an artboard. All right, Lisa, thanks for the call. Let's grab Danica in Lakeland. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Morning. I'm 37, and I got all my tattoos between the age of 18 and 21, and I hate every single one of them.
All right, there we go. See, this now aligns with the 36-year-old that hates everyone. So how many tattoos do you have?
I probably have maybe like 15, 16 of them.
Oh, wow. And you said 18 to 20 what?
18 to 21.
All right, so a 3-year span. So you have not had a tattoo. If you're 37 now, you haven't had a tattoo in 16 years.
Correct. Why would you put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari? You absolutely wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
You really can't say that now, Danica.
Vroom, vroom. All right.
I had that mentality when I was 18. That I do now, because I look at them, I'm like, oh, my God, you're so stupid.
All right, now, Danica, where are your tattoos?
I have a tramp stamp, my feet, my ankles. I have a half sleeve. I have both inside of my forearms, the back of my neck.
Are you married?
No, I'm divorced.
All right. Are you dating?
I am dating.
What do the guys think?
My boyfriend, he has tattoos as well, and he hates his. So we're.
All right, now, Danica, have you thought about having them laser removed?
I have looked, and it is very expensive.
What would it cost to get all of your tattoos removed? Did you get a quote?
Yeah, it's like $15,000 to $20,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is pretty significant. Well, Danica, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
You too. Look at the lines have blown up here.
If anybody wants to get the MJ Morning Show logo tattooed, I would just advise against it.
Jill is in Parrish. Jill, what do you think about your tattoos?
So I have 2 of them, and I love them. And I took a lot of time and a lot of years to figure out exactly what I wanted, and they mean a lot to me.
And how old are you now?
I am 41, and I did not get the first one until I was probably about 25. And it's very important because it's a cartoon fox on my right hip, and my maiden name is Fox. So my family, like, everything's foxes.
Oh, that's
Everything.
fantastic.
You're
And then I
praying
have
for
one on
Jamie.
Well, you
Yes.
Are you praying for Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
It's her favorite actor.
I am praying for Jamie Foxx.
Have you ever had Fox's You Bet chocolate syrup?
No, what is
Oh
that?
man, that's a New York
come
egg.
on.
That's a New York egg cream staple, baby. Yeah, go look for when you're in the supermarket. Seriously, when you're in, I think Publix sells it. When you're on the chocolate sauce aisle, look for Fox's You Bet syrup. It's great chocolate syrup.
I will, absolutely.
And I
Anything
heard-
with the name Fox.
I heard
got
Michael
one more on
J.
my
isn't
left
doing
shoulder. Michael, I got one more on my left shoulder for my girls that says, "No matter what the world, you'll always be my baby."
Aw, that's so cute.
That's
I
adorbs.
have, nobody can see them, so I figure they won't be embarrassed when they're older.
Jill, thanks for the call. Davika is in Tampa. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Is it Davika? Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Good morning, guys. I love you guys. You're hilarious. I listen to you every single morning while I'm driving to my route. I work for Amazon.
Davika, thank you so much. All right, so how many tattoos do you have?
Okay, so I have 9 tattoos, and I love every single one of them. My first one was at the age of 42. It's the Scorpio sign on my
Wow,
neck.
that's a late start getting your first tat at 42.
Exactly, but I love it anyway, and I still do. But I think I'll stop there for now. I don't regret any of them.
So wait, is it a scorpion? Is it scorpion, or is it like the hieroglyph?
The Scorpio sign of my birthday. I was born on Halloween.
Wow. And how old are you now, Davika?
49.
All right, and then when's the last one you got?
2 years ago.
Is there anything you're planning?
No, I'm not getting anything else.
So if you work for Amazon, you drive for Amazon, what about getting like a big, bald Jeff Bezos head?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Oh, by the way, MJ, I didn't even know you're from Bay Terrace, Queens. I'm from Queens Village.
Yeah, so I was born in Bay Terrace. I lived there till I was 3. Then we moved to Nanuet till I was 11, and then we moved to Virginia Beach. So there we go. That's my...
Nice.
There
I
we
just moved to Tampa a year ago, and I love it.
Thanks, Davika.
It sounds like an awful
Have a
Tinder
great day,
date.
guys.
Have a great one. All right, Gail's in Riverview. Man, the tattoo phones have blown up.
Same over here.
We're just asking, do you regret your tattoos? Gail, Riverview, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, sorry, I'm losing my voice, so please bear with me.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
I regret not getting more. I have 6 tattoos, and one of my tattoos was a family tattoo that we got a month before my son committed suicide.
Oh, sorry.
And we all had written a word, and it says, "I love you more." And we all had got it tattooed on a different place on our bodies.
All right, so you have 5. You don't regret anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 46 years old. My husband got his first tattoo.
I got to be honest. It sounds like you've had 46 Camels with no filters this morning.
Smoked
I know, I'm losing my voice with laryngitis.
No, that's okay. Hey, Gail, thanks for calling in. I do appreciate
Of
it.
all the days to call into a radio
No, that's-
show,
that's
the day
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
losing my voice.
I'm glad she shared her story.
We could understand every word, but you do need a lozenge.
Get a Ricola
Yes,
or
I
something.
know.
Gail, have a great day.
Thanks.
All right, 2 more calls and we got to move on. But man, the phones exploded. We had a story about a woman that had, at 36 years old, covered in tattoos, and she says she regrets every one of them. And I think we've got a similar case here. Pam is in Bradenton. Pam, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
We are well. Now, tell me about your tats.
Well, my first one, I was 60 years old.
What?
Yep. And I got a big phoenix on my back.
Hold on. At 60, you got a massive phoenix on your back?
Yep. When I was 60.
So you could
Then I
rise
went
out of the
to New
ashes.
Orleans. Yeah, then I went to New Orleans. I got a voodoo doll on my right leg. I got one of the saint signs on my forearm, and then my husband died 3 years ago, so I put "Heaven Has My Heart" on my forearm. And I'm 66 now, and I still want to get 2 more.
Wow. And did you go out and buy a Harley?
Yes, you did have a Harley.
No, I was. Did you go out and buy a Harley?
No, I didn't.
All right.
I wish I had.
Thank you, Pam. Have a great day. All right, last call, April, on the MJ Morning Show in Land O'Lakes. Hello, April, MJ Morning Show. You got the last word. Go ahead.
Good morning. I have a fabulosa story. So,
You mean like the cleaning fluid, Fabuloso?
That'd make a great
it's
tattoo.
just a word.
All right.
Just a word.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So a bunch of girls and I skipped work, and we said, let's go out for the day. We started with Bloody Marys at 7 in the morning.
Oh, great.
Well, yes, about noon.
What could possibly go wrong when you start with Bloody Marys at 7 in the morning?
Yes, you're right. So about noon, somebody said, let's go get tattoos. Now, I'm the only one in the group that had not had one. So I said, let's go. Well, I didn't know what to do. I wanted my husband's name on me, Les, L-E-S. So the gentleman proceeded to put it on my chest, L-E-S. And in the middle, I said, oh, my goodness, wait a minute. I have a thought. I love my husband, but God forbid, what if we get divorced? He said, you have big boobs. Put the word blessed.
That's hysterical. You know, you always have an out. I had a friend who was married to a.
Is that a joke?
Yeah,
No.
that's.
I mean, it is, but it's true.
Could be. I mean, if you want a joke,
You gotta end it on a positive note, guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If it was a joke, the
Thank
punchline
you.
would have been "Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day."
Some of the texters reminded me of my tattoo that I shared with you guys.
You never heard that joke?
Yeah, the
Thank you,
Jamaica joke.
Fester.
Thank you.
Wendy, the wife.
That's all right. Go ahead.
The mouse. Some texters reminded me when I told you guys that I had a mouse tattoo. You don't remember that?
I don't. But you don't have a tattoo.
A mouse tattoo? I had one on my inner thigh, but the pussy ate it.
What the hell?
What
is the
pussy
matter
cat,
with
the
you?
pussy cat.
What? Roxanne.
See, that's a joke. You set it up.
All right.
Oh yeah, I have a tattoo on my inner thigh, but
The pussy cat ate it.
Right.
Oh my God. Hey, do you have a problem with?
She has a problem with nothing apparently. I mean, she's open.
I'm segueing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Roxanne's getting dirtier by the day.
She's game for all of
Roxanne gets married, and she's the filthiest on the show now. All right, so here's the deal. 2 children were discovered working at a McDonald's in Kentucky. Would you like to guess how old the kids were?
Oh, no.
2 kids working shifts at a McDonald's in Kentucky. How old were they?
I'm recusing because I saw this. This is crazy.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Fester.
So I think you can. Is it true you can legally get a job like at 14 or 15? Right?
I worked at 15 at
Yeah, I
Publix.
had a job at. I was fired from 2 jobs at 14. So obviously younger than that. Are they in double digits? Can you tell me that?
Barely.
So like 10 and 11?
10.
Oh.
2 kids age 10 were working unpaid shifts at a McDonald's in Kentucky. One was operating the deep fryer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the? Wait, I mean, you would think maybe like some, mom and pop, one-off little roadside restaurant stand or something, but a McDonald's franchise? Are you kidding me? 2 10-year-old kids were found working long, unpaid shifts at a Louisville, Kentucky McDonald's.
Was their parent like the franchisor?
They're just
franchisee?
2 of 305 minors under 16 who the Department of Labor in Kentucky is investigating working illegally at McDonald's. Is this a thing in Kentucky? You got 10-year-olds? I know that in Kentucky you got 10-year-olds that marry, but 10-year-olds working at McDonald's?
Maybe they go through puberty early there and they can pass for like 17-year-olds or something.
Got to pay off that engagement ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Gotta buy a whole lot of Mountain Dew. But McDonald's usually has Coke products, right?
Coke products, yeah. I mean,
yeah, McDonald's. 2 10-year-old kids, amazing. The kids have not been named. They prepared and served meals at a Louisville McDonald's. They worked the drive-thru, the cash register. They had to clean the floor. One of them was even allowed to work the deep fryer. And that is illegal for anyone under the age of 16 to operate the deep fryer in a restaurant.
I did not know that.
What the heck? They're saying that this comes as businesses have labor shortages across the country, so they're turning to younger workers. 10? Come on,
I mean, you couldn't find a couple of 12-year-olds?
I don't think you can work at McDonald's at 12.
It's better than 10.
But you typically have, I think you got to be like, what, 15?
Yes. But
in most places, isn't that? What is the minimum age to work in Florida?
I thought it was like 14 and a half or
Why don't
15,
you look it up
15
and stop guessing?
Why don't we call a lawyer? I'm not going to look it up.
Just Google it.
It's not 10.
Google it.
It's not 10. Would you rather have two 10-year-olds working at your fast food joint or two 12-year-olds?
Man, that's some crazy stuff right there. Hey, speaking of crazy, Fester, what is your favorite convenience store?
Oh, is it that one
right.
you drive a million miles to go to?
Okay, hold on. Well, hold on. If you're saying Bucky's,
Yes,
It
I
is.
am.
All right, that's it.
Bucky's is not
That's
a
it,
convenience
okay.
store. You guys shut your faces, okay? Circle K is a convenience store, and I love Circle K.
Wawa.
Wawa is a convenience store.
Right.
I love Wawa. I had a Wawa sub for lunch just
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven is a convenience store. Yeah, Thornton's a convenience store. Bucky's
Racetrack.
Bucky's is a destination.
It is.
Okay.
It's like
MG, you've never been.
sort of like Disney World.
I passed by one on I-10, I believe, in Texas.
Okay, great. I've passed by a bunch of things that I cannot experience unless I stop. You want to do something fun like this Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend?
Bucky's is the Disney World of convenience stores?
Yes.
Is that a good way to put it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the Vatican of
The
of convenience.
Vatican.
I mean,
All right.
it's
The
awesome.
reason why I'm bringing this up is there's a Southern Living article. The headline is the most hilariously Southern things you can find at Bucky's. And they're like, are there two in the state now? Now they're going to build a third one near Ocala, right off I-75,
So
right?
In the state of Florida, there's two of them on 95, one in St. Augustine and the other one north of Daytona.
All right. And then a third one is going up near Ocala off of I-75.
Right, which means I can go there anytime I want because it's
that's
about
an hour.
Yeah,
about an hour
right.
drive. Now, this is funny. Southern Living magazine, the most hilariously Southern things you can find at a Bucky's.
Dude, it's endless. There's
Did
so
you
many
tell me
things.
they ring a bell and they have like unbelievable like beef brisket?
They
have a brisket on the board.
The guy yells brisket on the board, and the people shout back, and they mass produce one of the best brisket sandwiches you could find.
Are you serious?
And they make
So
them 100
I
at a time.
pump gas in my car and I go inside and I get one of the best brisket sandwiches I've ever had.
A very, very good brisket sandwich for what some people would call a convenience
All right,
store.
so there's a whole list of the hilarious Southern things to find at a Bucky's. Dr. Pepper Ices. I don't know if that's hilarious, but
I've seen those at convenience
So
stores.
yeah, that's a flavor of they.
All right, wait a
When
minute.
you say icy
Yeah,
machines, they have like 30 icy
All right,
machines.
gotcha. So you can get a Dr. Pepper Icy.
Okay.
Now, beaver nuggets. Now,
you've
that's their like signature snack. Now, what the hell is a beaver nugget?
It's like
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
It's puffed corn.
it's-
That's like a glazed donut.
So these bites of caramel sugar and butter-coated corn puffs are Bucky's most popular road trip snack, without a doubt.
Have you never had? Did I not bring any in one time?
I can't remember.
They're excellent.
You'll find these big clear bags full of pop golden nuggets. Get a huge share of aisle space in each location. It's impossible to resist picking up a batch. All right, listen to that. It gets better from here. Buckets of grease. You could buy 7.3-pound buckets of bacon grease at Bucky's.
Why would you not? That sounds great. I did not know you can buy bacon grease there. Next time I'll pick it up.
You could buy 7.3-pound buckets of bacon grease.
And a straw?
Everyone's country cooking relative would be proud, according to Southern Living magazine. By the way, that's where my wife's biscuit recipe comes from.
Southern Living magazine?
Yeah, I've had so many people, seriously, I've had so many people continuously ask me about Michelle's biscuit recipe that she actually wrote a little narrative, and I'm going to post it later today on our website. So I'll let you know tomorrow if it's posted, but a whole dissertation on how to make the most amazing buttermilk biscuits at your house.
Could it just be directions instead of a dissertation?
Well, it's a dissertation.
All right.
Hold on. So buckets of bacon grease.
All right. I did not know you can get that.
Yeah.
there.
Why don't you buy that next time? Buy a 7.3-pound bucket of bacon grease at Bucky's.
Fine.
You can buy deer feeders. There's the barbecue counter. So it's the Texas Roundup Bucky's barbecue counter.
They have islands in the middle of the store where they produce these beef sandwiches, these brisket sandwiches. I think they have other kinds of sandwiches as well.
Yep. So they have brisket, sliced sausage, smoked turkey.
Yeah.
Then they have a wall of jerky.
Okay.
They've got the jerky wall.
Picture.
Oh, man, that sounds good.
Picture the old style butcher shops, MJ, with the glass fronts, like maybe or something they have like at Whole Foods where the whole back wall is just beef or meat. Picture that, but jerky. Like 30 feet of jerky counter.
They have a crawfish boil tabletop. They boil crawfish in the middle of a Bucky's.
Yum.
I've not seen that. I mean, that might be with some of the ones maybe closer to Texas or Louisiana.
It doesn't get more southern than a tabletop that fits directly over a trash can. It's
something they sell.
Okay, they sell. Okay, they don't boil crawfish in the middle of the store. They sell a tabletop that fits directly over the trash can, so you can make your crawfish boil at home very easy.
Yeah, I mean, I love crawfish.
Then they have a whole pickle section.
Yes, as many different kinds of pickles as you could imagine.
Every morning they make freshly baked biscuits.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, their biscuits are not as good as my wife Michelle's.
Of course not.
They
Impossible.
have a whole bakery section.
Yeah.
They have a whole baked
Yeah,
breakfast
supposedly
section.
they have good apple pies.
Anyway, I thought that was funny. And then a Bucky's is coming to just about an hour north of the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
At I-75 and whatever.
I am legitimately thinking about quitting this job and becoming a third shift manager.
Oh, you think you're going to get put in management immediately?
Maybe assistant manager at first or in the management training program.
So you get the
Froggy.
discount?
But sooner or later, I'll rise to a manager.
You're the brisket board guy.
Let me tell you what's
Jerky
driving
guy.
me nuts. I've got something that is I don't know if it's happening to you guys. Are you getting, like, every day at least 2 spam calls for the stupid, you could get $26,000 for an employee if you kept them employed during COVID?
No.
No.
Oh, my. I don't know what is going on. I'm on Verizon. What do you have?
I have Verizon
Yeah,
now.
Fester, you're Verizon.
And I have my number linked to a couple of businesses, and I get a lot of business solicitation calls, and I've gotten a bunch of those to where if your number is not saved in my phone, I just don't pick it up.
Hey, Roxanne.
Yes.
What is your service through?
AT&T.
All right, Froggy, what's your service through?
Cricket.
Really, come on.
Verizon.
And you're not getting the spam calls?
No, I did for a while, but they stopped.
I'm getting them every single day.
Stop logging on to porn.
Oh, that's impossible.
I'm not logging onto porn on my cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I do, and it has nothing to do with retaining employees.
And then it's like a message like, hey, it's Crystal. You're still... Hold on. Andrew, are you getting these as well?
No.
You're not getting them?
None, yeah.
All right, listen to this. This is on my voicemail. And these damn they go on my voicemail. So this is from my voicemail from like 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Listen to this.
Hi, it's Crystal Allen following up with your refund. Today is May the 2nd. It still looks here like your business will most likely receive a refund of up to $26,000 for every employee you kept on payroll during the years 2020 and or 2021. You do not have to pay this money back, so it is not a loan. Just call me back at 866-371-4212. That's 866-371-4212. Thanks, and I look forward to answering any questions you have. Bye-bye.
Isn't that a spam call? Isn't that a deal where you can be fined like $10,000 per instance or incident?
I think you have to contact them and request to be taken off the list. You just can't sue them for calling you.
I am getting like 2 of those a day. Why the hell, if Fessa, you're on Verizon, I'm on Verizon. Froggy, you're on what? You're on Verizon. Yeah. Andrew, you're
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Why aren't you two get if it's a Verizon? I don't know what. Come on, no one in this room. I'm getting for the last 2 weeks. I'm getting like 1 or 2 of those a day, and you're not getting them. Come on.
I'm getting a bunch, I get potential spam yesterday. Yesterday, I got a bunch of potential spam or a bunch of numbers that they put a name that that looks legitimate enough, but I know is a fake name.
All right, so I'm getting the potential spam ones as well.
Yeah.
But those are leaking through without being flagged as potential spam. And they're not coming from the area code 866, like a toll-free number. I'm getting these things coming from all kinds of crazy area codes.
Yes. I'm getting them as well, but I'm not getting. Nobody's leaving a message.
I want to hunt Crystal down, and I want to toilet paper her house or something.
She sounded nice.
Oh yeah, she sounds really sweet.
You know what? She's probably an AI bot.
Yeah.
You think that's even real? Listen.
Hi, it's Crystal Allen following up with your refund. Today is May the 2nd.
Oh, thank you, Crystal.
Like
thank you. Oh, and they're trying to make it sound like. It's like a customized, personalized call, and they're giving us the date. Yesterday was May 2nd. Hey, it's Crystal Allen. Hey, just following up here. Hey. We're getting calls. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hi, it's Amber.
Hey, Amber. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Did you get a call from Crystal yesterday?
MJ, I get 10 of those a day.
Yep.
By the same number. But I have an iPhone, so if it's not registered, if I don't call them, it goes straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
So if I go to my call log, it's like a bunch of red blocks of the same number calling me so many times a day, and it's that same Crystal person.
Oh, you're getting same
Crystal
one?
calls you. Oh, no.
I'm going to call it Crystal Meth.
And I also have Verizon, and it's so annoying. I'm like so tempted to just change my phone number because it's driving me crazy.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, are you area code 813?
No, 727.
All right, so I'm 813, and I didn't know if that made any difference. All right, but you're getting Crystal just like I'm getting Crystal.
Yeah, and she sounds super awkward on the voicemail. Like it's like someone was like, "Hey, so it's so and so calling from," and I'm like, "This is so awkward and uncomfortable."
If Crystal were in your parking lot at work, would you run her over?
I work from home, so probably not.
Oh, I would. I'd run her over. All right. Hey, thanks for the call, Amber.
Hey, bye.
All right. What am I grabbing next here? Marcia. Hey, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, I didn't mean to get on the show. I just wanted to let you know that if you have a federal ID number, they're going to send you that. They're going to send you that all day long. They're just trying to loan you the money and get you some more money from the government.
Okay, yeah, but it's a spam call. It's an unwanted spam call.
Well, see, they're not unwanted because what they figure is if you have a federal ID number and you haven't filed for that second loan, the first one happened during the COVID, then they're doing you a favor to let you know that the money's out there for you.
Yeah, but you have to have... Well, listen, they're bugging the crap out of me, so Crystal's not doing me a favor. But I think you have to have like at least 5 employees or something, and I don't have that. You know, I do have a couple of federal tax ID numbers for a couple of entities, but all right, thank you.
That's what's doing it. Those federal ID numbers.
All right, thank you, Marcia.
Thank you, MJ.
All right, have a great day. So I want Crystal to stop calling me. I'd rather have crystal meth shoved up my nostrils than have crystal meth call me in my ear.
Marcia sounded like she worked for Crystal.
Yeah, it does.
She's like, no, she's doing you a favor.
It's fine.
She's a good person. You should call her back. She's doing you a favor.
Yeah, Marcia's in the cubicle right next to Crystal.
Crystal, I told MJ you're okay. He's going to answer today. Call him back.
Am I done? Because Andrew's still screening calls.
Am
I done, Andrew? Or
Unless Crystal wants to call in.
No. Hey, are you lonely?
I mean, right now or in general?
Are you ever lonely? If you're lonely, there is new research out that prolonged social isolation is the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. What? How the hell do they come up with this crap?
Hey, what, man? I'd just rather not be lonely and burn some heaters.
Before the pandemic, 1 in 4 people older than age 65 experience social isolation, putting them at a greater risk of loneliness, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. These feelings of loneliness were exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. The exact number of seniors who feel lonely is difficult to pinpoint, but a University of Michigan poll found 56% of adults aged 50 to 80 reported feelings of isolation in June 2020. Well, listen, that's like in the heart of the pandemic. Though the survey included respondents below the senior range, it demonstrates a stark comparison. Anyway, so the story goes on and talks about social isolation, lack of social contacts, having few people to interact with regularly. Loneliness is the feeling of being alone regardless of the amount of social contact. Now, according to the National Institute on Aging, the health risks of prolonged isolation are equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Wait a minute. How can... I don't get... Hold on. I don't understand this. How could this possibly be that you're inhaling cigarette smoke, all of the 150 or so known carcinogens? How could that be the equivalent of being lonely? I realize that psychologically and mentally.
I mean, the anguish, the depressed feeling.
Yeah, how does it affect your lungs?
Yeah, that affects your brain.
Yeah, breathing in smoke.
What if you're lonely and you smoke?
Then you really
put yourself out of your misery.
You're just dead.
Yeah, you're really screwed, I would imagine. Hey, did you notice there was a big event on Monday night that I completely ignored?
Are you talking about the most ridiculous event in, I guess, Hollywood?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. No,
it's New York, but it's like all the famous people?
Yeah.
That peaked like,
oh, God,
8 years ago.
I
Now it's-
hate that stupid thing.
Yeah.
So it happened on Monday night. We did not bring it up yesterday. And the only reason why I'm going to bring it up now is because good on Tom Brady. That's number one. And also the cockroach. I mean, the place, it was like symbolic. So I'm talking about the Met Gala. And it's this stupid star-studded deal. Don't they have to pay like $50,000? They have to get invited to pay $50,000 to attend or something? It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, I've got to be seen at the Met Gala. I want to punch those people in the face. I hate the Met Gala.
Jared Leto dressed as a cat.
Oh, my God.
He had a cat head on.
I'm so over this. It is so ostentatious. It's like total, like douche couches. You know, I mean, all these celebrities, and they're wearing their clothes and their dresses. And, you know, they hold it at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Oh, that's why it's called the Met Gala.
Yeah, yes, thank you very much. So, and Chloe actually, when we were up in New York for a bit, Chloe went to high school right across from the Met. Her school, literally the front door of the school faced the front of the Met. So,
did you ever see Dwight Gooden?
No, but she was there when they were getting ready for these the Met Gala things. And
ever come across Daryl Strawberry? Maybe Gary Carter?
Mookie
Wilson?
Why are you pulling out old baseball player names?
Not just baseball players, Mets. The New York Mets.
Oh, the Mets.
Not just baseball players.
No, it's
I'm not dropping Dale Murphys and George Bretts on you. I'm dropping Mets on you.
It has nothing to do with them. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing it up today is because I saw that Tom Brady didn't go. He was invited, and he decided that he's going to play golf in L.A. So good for Tom Brady.
Wow.
But Giselle was there.
Of course she
Giselle Bundchen. She was invited, and she paid $50,000 to go to the Met Gala. It's like douche fest. It is. I'm sorry. I hate that stupid event. And the other reason why I bring it up is good for Tom Brady saying, I'm not going to this thing. That's number one. Number two, there was a big cockroach running all around like the carpet for the stairs going up into the event. And you could see it, like the TV cameras, you could see the cockroach. And then there's even a photographer that's like running, and he's like trying to step away from the cockroach. And he's taking pictures of the cockroach. And it's like, why don't you just smash the cockroach into the carpet?
Yeah, is that what you want to have?
Yeah.
Like big guts everywhere?
But hang on, you know what would happen?
Somebody would wear it.
No, PETA. PETA would have a fit.
Yeah,
somebody
would
wear it.
Somebody would put it on a brooch.
This is the dead cockroach.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. He would put it on a brooch. All right. No, but seriously, if somebody stepped on the cockroach that was running all around this stupid Met Gala in Manhattan on Monday night, then there would have been all kinds of complaints and PETA. Oh, my God. It would have been an outrage. Oh, my God. The photographer stepped on the cockroach. Oh, my God. Oh, the humanity. So that's it. That's the total amount of our Met Gala talk a couple of days later.
As fancy schmancy as they want to seem, you're still crawling with roaches.
You know what? And you know what? That was symbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was. The cockroach was symbolism. It was a metaphor for the celebrity cockroaches
All of them.
that were crawling on the same carpet up the stairs into the Met Gala. That's exactly what it is. Roxanne, you have a complaint about a very well-known appliance.
I probably do. Yeah.
Well, you told me about this.
I mean, I have a list of complaints.
You hate your coffee machine?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I hate that coffee machine. Forgot about that one.
We should really set these up a little better.
No,
I thought she'd remember.
We gotta set them up a little bit.
Do you remember?
We got to give each other prompts.
You told me about your coffee machine.
Yeah, I did. I also hate my smoothie maker right now.
All right, hold on. I want to hear why Roxanne hates her coffee machine, and this is a specific reason, right?
Yeah, because nothing. Do you want me to tell you the reason now?
No. We're gonna hear this when we get back. So why does Roxanne have an absolute hatred for her coffee machine? So that and a whole lot more is coming up in minutes. Plus I think I have some late morons in the news. You know what I have, which fits? There's a whole pile of dumb humans behaving badly on airplanes. It's like it's every day there are new stories. And I've got like 4 of them. I don't know what it was yesterday, but there was a whole plethora of idiots on airplanes. So we'll get to that coming up in just a bit. We're packed here. Oh, we got to try the icy cereal.
Yeah. I've got milk and bowls, and then I get here and I'm just like, I'm just going to eat it dry. I mean, that's not the point. That's not how it's meant to be eaten.
We talked about this new Kellogg icy flavored breakfast cereal, icy like the frozen drink at the convenience store, and New Vista Foods, our buddy David Osborne at New Vista Foods, he dropped off a bunch of stuff this morning, including a whole box of icy cereal from Kellogg's. So hold on, we'll try that also next. So we're loaded in minutes. Don't move. We're back in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. We'll have another one of the $1,000 Rock the Cash Box keywords coming up at 10 o'clock this morning. So right at the end of the MJ Morning Show, right after we end at 10 o'clock, Roxanne will have another one of these words. You could win $1,000 with our national contest. We did one at 8. We'll do one at 10. We do it at 12 noon, 3 and 5 p.m. And that's the Rock the Cash Box. Now, next week, I've just been alerted that we will be giving away Aerosmith tickets all next week. Every single day, Aerosmith just announced their farewell tour, the Peace Out Farewell Tour. Aerosmith with Black Crowes opening up. It'll be at Amalie on October 11th, and we will have tickets every single day next week here on the MJ Morning Show.
That is very cool.
All right, we have to try the icy breakfast cereal in just a bit. First, though, Roxanne, you hate your coffee machine. You mentioned this to me yesterday, and you're just bitching and moaning, and like you were just going on and on and on. And we didn't have time to squeeze in on the show yesterday. And I said, you know what? Maybe we ought to talk about this and see if other listeners are having the same issues with this particular. It's a very popular coffee machine.
Or have some advice, maybe.
All right, so what's going on?
So basically, Doug is the family barista. And he makes the coffee or the tea or whatever it is. Monday through Friday, I usually have tea. So the weekends, I'll have coffee. I'll order coffee. And so
You'll order coffee
from Doug?
Yes. Waiter. Waiter.
The barista, Doug.
Garçon.
Does he write your name
Does
on
that
the
mean?
cup?
Does that mean? Hold on. You want to hear something funny? We were when I was maybe in high school.
Right.
We're at a fancy restaurant on the French side of St. Martin. So we always stay on the Dutch side because my parents they've had a timeshare in St. Martin since 1982 or something. Which, oh my God, I think my brother and I are going to inherit this crap, and you can never shake a timeshare. Aren't they going to be on our asses for the rest of our lives or
you gotta
something?
call that guy.
There's businesses that can help
guy.
you get out of a
Hey,
timeshare.
I get people out of timeshare.
Anyway,
yeah.
so
he's legit, man.
Stuck in a timeshare.
Hey, don't let them put you together on a timeshare.
So we're in St. Martin. We're on the French side, and we're in a French restaurant. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. It might have been La Vie en Rose or something. And my dad decides he's going to start using his French, and he's like, Garçon! Garçon!
Garçon.
Garçon.
And I think it means boy. I don't think it really means waiter.
Really?
Yeah. I think garçon is a boy or an unmarried man.
A male employee
or
a
servant. Garçon! Garçon! So my dad was calling the guy boy. Anyway, back over to your coffee machine.
Waiter in a restaurant is one of the many definitions.
Yes.
But it's also boy, servant.
Or unmarried man. So I was calling Doug, Garçon, bring me my coffee.
No, you weren't. Anyway, so
And
what is your complaint with the coffee?
So he used to have we used to have a regular coffee maker. I don't know what happened to that. I don't ask questions.
You mean it just disappeared?
You don't go into Starbucks.
It was like a
and say,
coffee machine kidnapping?
I don't know what happened. I have no clue, and I've never asked.
It vanished like something in the X-Files?
Yeah.
Like you'd make a whole pot of coffee?
I never would, but yeah.
The household would make a pot of coffee?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. So then
With Folgers?
Again, I don't even know what
You know
flavors.
the best part of waking up?
What?
Yeah.
I know that line. Folgers in your cup.
I smell it.
Was that on the air? Yeah, it's Folgers in your cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, was that on the air?
Well, because Andrew...
Oh, Andrew.
I can't tell when Andrew is in my
he was
ear.
talking to you. Okay.
Andrew, you got to stop doing that. Listen, from now on... Because when Andrew speaks from the production room in the producer booth, I can't tell when he's just talking to my ear when he's on the air. It's the same damn sound.
Andrew, we need you warts and all. Just if you're going to say something, say it on the air.
Or
you're not giving MJ any top secret information.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That was their jingle for years.
Of course.
All right, so what's the problem with your machine?
Okay, so now he switched to a Keurig. And so Sunday morning,
That's like the cups, the little
cake cup.
Cake
things.
cups.
Yes.
They look like little like ketchup tubs or something, right?
Right. So Sunday, I have my first cup.
What?
It's a K cup.
All right.
There it is.
I use K cups all
that's a K cup?
This is a K cup?
Well, everybody knows what it is but MJ because he doesn't use it. You know.
This is a Cafe Bustelo Keurig K cup.
Yeah.
I don't
that's what
drink
I
coffee.
drink.
We don't have a machine.
Yeah, so Cafe Bustelo is my coffee of choice. And
It's
I have
Bustelo.
the K cups for it.
So I drink my first cup of coffee, and I usually drink one. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be complainy, but that tasted really watered down. I did not like that. He's like, no worries, no problem.
All right, so wait a minute. This is the first cup of coffee you had out of this new K-Cup machine that just showed up?
It's not the first, but it's the first I talked about and gave a review on.
So how long have you had this Keurig machine?
Probably a couple weeks.
All right, so it's fairly new.
So maybe it was my fourth cup.
All right, so you get this cup that you just had. Was it over the weekend?
Yes, Sunday.
And it was awful.
It was watery. It was just like, nothing. So I said, I hate to complain, but that didn't taste that great. So he's like, I'll make you another. So he makes the next flavor, which was like an ashtray. I think it was like
cafe ashtray.
Yeah, it was like. I mean, I hate to disparage it, but I think it was like a Nantucket type. I don't know
it
what
was
it
like
was.
licking an ashtray.
Yeah, Nantucket can suck it. It was
my
gross.
God!
And it was just.
It was what? It was called Nantucket.
I think so.
There's different brands. There's 1,000 million different K-Cup manufacturers.
Suck it in Nantucket.
Yeah, and then throw up in a bucket because it was so gross.
Whoa!
So
this is 2 flavors now.
2 flavors, and then he's like, "Okay, fine, we'll do another one."
All right, so 1 and 2 suck.
Yeah, but he was making me do them blind, so I didn't know what it was because I've told him in the past.
All right.
I tell you the one I hate the most. Just
So then you get third K-Cup.
Yes, I get the third one. I hate that one.
What was that one?
I think that was Donut Shop, and I thought I
Donut
would like it
Shop.
because it had the name Donut in it. I thought it was going to be good. Not a big fan
But
of it.
hold on.
Yes.
It wasn't Dunkin' Donuts, was it?
No.
Because
Totally different.
Dunkin' Donuts has the best coffee on the planet.
I think so, and we didn't
Now,
have any of those.
I don't drink coffee, but
they have Dunkin' K-Cup.
But my wife, that's all she drinks is Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
That's good. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is really good, and it's
All right.
good from
So
Dunkin' Donuts.
The third one was terrible as well.
Terrible as well. So we actually went through 5 different flavors.
So there were 2 more after.
Yes, and then finally, I just got tired of complaining. So I was
Did
like,
you pick up the Keurig machine and smash it on the floor? Did you spike it?
I wanted to, but
hey, Keurig! Right through the plate glass window in the kitchen.
Doug wasn't having it though.
No, because he likes it. So then, anyways. He finally made me one. I think it was like a San Francisco blend, which was okay, but still a little watery. But I just want to know if anyone has good, if it's the machine or if it's the, I don't think it's the
Maybe
barista.
Doug has it on the crappy watery setting.
There's no watery setting,
well,
really.
There's size cups. I mean, if you get a bigger size cup.
Right, so
the
there's
same
no
K-Cup-
way you plug the cup in, and I've never used a Keurig machine. I don't know how the hell they work. I don't drink coffee, but is there any way to screw up the machine, or is it like foolproof that you do it and it's supposed to be the same results every time? Is there like a knob, like 1 through 10, and like 1 is the crappiest coffee possible and 10's the best?
No, there's the one that I have isn't terribly technical, but there's 3 cup sizes.
Right.
Small, medium, large. I would imagine the same K-Cup produces all 3 cups. So if you got the large, there might be a little more watery than the.
That's why when it's super strong, you get 2 K-Cups and fill up 1 cup on the small size, and you get double coffee, double strong. Huh?
Okay.
Get it?
Okay, so I think that it could have tasted better if the settings were right. The one that I described as watery.
But
the other ones, no.
But there are settings?
It's like an ounce thing. You pick the ounces that you want.
What, 8-ounce cup or 10-ounce
Right,
cup?
so maybe he had too much water going in, and maybe he had the settings wrong.
You don't choose how much water goes in. The machine does it.
Well, listen, I know
it
nothing. I don't need the noises, guys, but I know nothing about this machine. All right, so if you guys know so much, how is Roxanne getting 5 cups of disgusting, undrinkable coffee?
I think it might be the individual K-Cup she tries. Every K-Cup has a different flavor in it or a different coffee blend.
I have not found my K-Cup soulmate coffee flavor. And guess what? We are solving this problem, though, because I've gotten 25 texts of people giving me different flavors to try. And a lot of people are saying it's just the K-Cup machine. Go back to the regular coffee pot.
I like a coffee pot with a pot of coffee.
Can you? If anyone wants to call in, on the K-Cup lines, let's.
This is
Let's go.
This is a big issue. We got to solve it.
800-990-1047. And do you concur? Some of the texters are saying dump the K-Cup machine and go back to a regular coffee maker.
Yeah, quite a few people have said that.
800-990-1047. 800 990-1047. But could it be Dig Dug operator error?
I mean, I think he can figure that out. I think maybe it was a little too much water on the first one, but it's just these. I just don't like any of these flavors.
Oh, one other thing. I've never had a K-Cup. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. I don't drink coffee. I've literally never had a cup of coffee in my entire existence thus far. But I will tell you this, that I remember reading a story, and I don't think it was too long ago, that the inventor of the K-Cup says that he wished he never invented the damn thing.
Yes, the thing that made me a billionaire, I regret.
Dude, hey, you don't believe me?
No, I believe you.
By the way, every line is ringing. The K-Cup lines are blowing off the wall. Hey, Andrew, scream, get them lined up. Fester, go to Google and type in K-Cup coffee inventor regret.
No, you're confusing this with the guy who just the Google guy who just said he regretted inventing AI.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. I am
crazy.
not confusing it. We had the story yesterday. The father of AI at Google, he thinks we're all dead. That AI is going to kill us all, and he regrets it. And we need to stop it. All right. So hold on a minute.
All right. The man's name is John Sylvan.
You think I'm making this up? Look, K-Cup creator. Hey, Roxanne, eat it. Look at this. Read that.
Eat it.
Well,
look at this. It says K-Cup creator John Sylvan regrets inventing Keurig coffee. Let me read this to you.
Okay, then actually, thank you, because this is validating my issue that I've been having.
He said, listen to this. I don't know why people have them in their house. K-Cup inventor says of his device. This is from March of 2015, so maybe this is longer ago than I thought. The man who invented the K-Cup coffee pod almost 20 years ago, now it's 27 years ago, says that he regrets doing so, and he can't understand the popularity of the products that critics decry as an environmental catastrophe. Because the K-Cups, you're throwing these plastic cups away by the tens and tens of millions.
It's a single use. Not only do you throw your coffee cup away a lot of the time, now you throw a second cup away. So, yeah, it's a...
John Sylvan worked at Keurig back in the 1990s when he devised a simple product that could create a small mug of coffee with out of a plastic pod, originally aiming it at office workers. Sylvan said that he thought the product might have some limited appeal to people who would normally go to Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, or other coffee chains in the morning because now they could get a cup of coffee at work that was cheaper, faster, and no fuss. But now he's like, it's an environmental nightmare. Billions and billions of these pods a year are going in the trash. And now the guy is totally regretting. Keurig dominates what's become the large growing market. According to a wildly popular ad campaign against the product early this year, there are so many discarded K-Cups that if you line them up, it would be enough to circle the earth more than 10 times.
I hate those analogies. Oh, you can reach the moon 14 times.
Yeah, so this guy now, the inventor of the K-Cup, regrets it. Look at the phones on this. Let me go to
Pick a
Tabitha.
line.
Yeah, every line. Tabitha's in, where are you? You're in Dundee?
Yes, I'm in Dundee.
Well, welcome, Tabitha.
Where is that? Is that near Jacksonville?
Oh, no. I'm in between Haines City and Lake Wales.
I don't know. I've never heard of I've never heard of
Come
Dundee.
on, get a map.
I've never heard of Dundee.
Anyway, Tabitha.
I'm on the east side of Polk County.
Gotcha. Hey, do you have any interference issues? Are you getting us loud and clear?
Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear.
Ah, very good. All right, so do you have some advice for Roxanne?
Well, first off, get rid of your Keurig. Second, I have an Instapod.
Okay. I've seen those.
So, yes, and the nice thing about them is that you can use a Keurig cup and an espresso pod. So you can make your coffee as strong as you want it.
All right, so she needs to get rid of the Keurig machine.
Yes.
Gotcha. Thank you, Tabitha. Jamie's in Tampa. Hey, Jamie, you're on with the crew and Roxanne. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So I heard some of you guys talk about the Keurig debacle that Roxanne is dealing with. I have a similar issue when it comes to the K-Cup.
Oh, no.
In my opinion, because a lot of the machine, at least the machine I've been using for coffee, they have a separate little piece where you can add in ground coffee instead of the K-Cups. And depending upon the type of ground coffee that you put into those things, it actually makes the machine work a lot better for the coffee, and the coffee tastes pretty good.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Jamie. Shannon in Clearwater. Shannon, let the music play. Go.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, I would suggest a Mr. Coffee and get the world's strongest coffee. That's what I would suggest.
Thank you, Shannon. Anthony, look at every freaking line.
I can't even tell. Yeah.
Anthony, are you getting a ton of texts?
I have like 50 texts, so thank you to everybody.
Hey, Anthony, go ahead. Turn your radio down, Anthony. Go.
Okay, get rid of the machine, and then if you're going to use the machine, if you have to, what you need to do is you have to have 2 cups. When the initial water starts coming out of it, it's watered down. So then remove the cup and put your other cup that you want to fill, but use Cafe Bustello's espresso. That's the only way you're going to do it.
All right, thank you. Oh, I just had a great idea. Roxanne, tomorrow morning when Doug's still asleep and you're coming to work, take the Keurig, take the machine.
Yes.
No,
All right?
he's up then. That's the thing.
All right, well then sneak it out of the house.
Okay.
Get the Keurig machine out of the house. We'll coordinate. I will follow you and then throw it out of the window on the Howard Franklin and I'll video it.
Oh, yeah, like getting ready to evidence.
That's a terrible idea.
What do you think?
We'll both get arrested.
What do you think?
The vehicle most likely to get hit is yours.
Yeah, I know.
No,
That's a terrible idea for you.
I'll be like in the lane. I'll try to be in a
You're
safe
gonna be next to
spot.
me.
I mean, you're the one that's going to take out your grill or your windshield or your headlight or something.
All right, Lorraine is in Town and Country. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello, how are you?
We're well. Go ahead.
I have one of the old ones that they first came out with. As a matter of fact, this is one of the second old ones I had. It has 3 different settings for short, medium, tall coffee.
Right.
And it's always worked great.
All right, so yours works great.
Okay, good.
Yours does not suck like Roxanne's 5-6 cups in a row.
No, it does not at all.
All right.
Any
Thank you.
flavor you recommend?
Hey, no more calls. I mean, every line is ringing. I hang up, another one's ringing. All right, 2, I already hung up on. Hey, Andrew, no more screening. No more screening. Let me give Christine in Wesley Chapel. Hey, Christine.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
We are doing well, Sugar Pie.
I guess I'm in the minority because I love my Keurig. I actually have the newer one, and it you can actually have an app on it, so you can start your coffee before you even get up, which is amazing.
Okay.
But it also depends on what flavors you get. Like I have the Dunkin' Donut Keurig pods, and I like my different flavor coffees, but you have to, like mine has different settings. I can go down from 12 ounces to 8 ounces, but it all depends on your pod you pick. I agree with the Nantucket. That one is nasty.
It's so gross.
All right,
Thank
hang on.
you.
All right,
So
Roxanne, you've got
gross.
one in your purse. Toss it over here. Okay, here we go. Well, Roxanne, this tastes like ass. Well, what do you expect? She's got the
TLA's not
taste
bad.
like ass pod.
You know what?
Look at this.
I'm a big fan of the ass. coffee.
Thanks for the call. All right, last. Well, isn't there a coffee bean that gets pooped out of an animal?
Yeah, it's like the most expensive,
It
rarest
is.
one in the world.
It is.
Like a capuchin monkey or something just cranks it out.
It's Bubbles. It's Michael Jackson's Bubbles the Chip out in Wauchula. All right, last call. Nick is in Tampa, and then we're done. I mean, I can't believe the volume. Hello, Nick.
Hey, there's only 2 cups that actually taste good. One is the Aldi brand. It's the French roast.
Okay.
And the other one is the reusable one if you use an espresso blend. It's the only 2 ways you can get good coffee out of those.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm looking for.
The thing is, the darker the coffee, you can always lighten it up, but if it's just watered down, you can't make it better.
I think that the answer is to get rid of the machine and just brew real coffee is, I think, what...
Yeah, I hate to say it, but
All right, are we ready to open up the icy cereal?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go, folks. So we talked about this on yesterday's show, that Kellogg's, they're great. That's Frosted Flakes. But Kellogg's came out with Icy brand cereal. Icy, of course, is that frozen, slushy drink, Icy. And it's supposed to taste like what, blue and red Icy?
Raspberry and cherry are the 2 flavors that are featured.
Which both stain the hell out of your tongue and mouth for the next 4 days. All right.
So Dave Osborne dropped off several boxes. I went to the store and picked up a couple boxes as well.
Yeah.
We have more cereal here.
Dave Osborne, who runs New Vista Foods, It's a food distribution company, and he dropped off all that sriracha when I couldn't find sriracha sauce. And this morning, I show up to the radio station at the front door. I was about to call the bomb squad. There was all this stuff packed up at the front door. And Dave Osborne, Super Dave from New Vista Foods, dropped off the icy cereal and all kinds of stuff for us.
All right, MJ, hold on. I just opened the bag.
Yes.
You and I both have different bags. Open the bag and take a whiff like it's a bottle of wine. Or a glass
serious?
of wine.
Hang on, opening it up right now. Hang on.
It smells.
By the way, this is on MJ TV, so you can watch us. If you're not watching live, you can go back and watch the replay at mjmorningshow.com. Just go to MJ TV. All right, so I'm taking out the twin bag in here.
Yeah, well, the Sam's Club has the double baggers, right?
All right, so here we go. I'm opening up the icy. Oh my God!
It's a tough bag to open up.
Holy moly! Man, my olfactory senses were just nailed. Wow.
But it has that sugary cherry scent.
All right, I'm pouring the cereal into a little paper bowl that Fester brought. I'm not going to put milk in mine.
What?
Because I don't like cereal with regular white milk. I like chocolate milk in my cereal.
I bought chocolate milk for you.
And Fester brought chocolate milk, but I want to taste it without the milk. I don't want because I use chocolate milk in really like granola or something, you know?
But Fester has a good point. What if it needs the milk to activate the coolness?
All right, I'm going to try it. So on the box.
Gosh, it smells strong.
It is very strong. On the box, it says, feel the freeze, cools your mouth as you eat. So this is supposed to be like if I'm slurping on an icy. All right, here we go. Hang on. Oh. I'm taking a handful of these. I'm putting in my mouth. Hang on.
Okay. It didn't cool my mouth.
God, don't even chew so loud.
Pastor, can I have some milk, please?
Yeah, I have a whole gallon.
I'm sorry, there's no cooling in my mouth.
Oh, yes, there is.
Just wait.
Oh, now it hit.
What is that?
It's menthol.
Yes.
They've got menthol from Cool cigarettes in the cereal.
It's like a pack of Newports in my mouth.
And it hits you after the back.
That's what it does.
It feels like someone just put a little fan in my mouth.
There's a Hidden Valley Ranch party in my mouth.
Listen, it does cool your mouth.
This is so weird.
It's not cooling my mouth.
No,
just wait.
Maybe try to eat it without.
There's like a menthol afterburner.
I think if you eat it without the milk, you can feel the cool more easily because the milk is already cold.
Yeah, I've had it with and without milk. Yeah. I think dry, you actually feel like cool.
They look like ass.
Let me look at the ingredients. Oh, yeah. Ground up cool menthol cigarettes are in the ingredients.
Yeah.
No, there's got to be some menthol.
Weird.
No, not menthol.
So weird. No, it's got BHT.
That's a preservative for freshness. Yeah, but there's something that's given like a little bit of a cool after thing going on. Oh, kerosene. No,
I found it. Dry ice. Dry ice.
So Fester brings me chocolate milk. Dude.
Yeah.
You brought the Promised Land whole fat chocolate milk. Dude, this stuff is great. Do you know, have you ever had this? Have you ever had Promised Land Dairy whole milk chocolate milk?
I haven't.
All right, we have cups? Go get cups. Andrew, can you run to the kitchen and get cups real quick? I have one cup because I knew I was going to drink it. Hang on. I'm going to pour this. This Promised Land whole milk chocolate milk, which is available at all the local supermarkets. It is like you're eating or drinking the most chocolatey melted ice cream of all time. This chocolate milk is like you're eating a whole half gallon of melted chocolate ice cream.
Well,
that's how good this stuff
is.
I
want you to know, picking out a chocolate milk for you of all people is kind of stressful. I'm looking at all the selections, and they had,
that's good.
They had the store brand chocolate milk.
I like Gustafson's Farm.
They didn't have Gustafson's Farms.
Man, I can drink this whole half gallon.
They didn't have like Velda Farms.
I don't think it's a full half. Nope, it's 52 fluid ounces. You know, they're jamming all this thing back. You know, like you can't get a half gallon of ice cream anymore. It's like 1.5 quarts now, and you don't get half gallons anymore.
All right, so what's the verdict on the cereal?
I don't like it, but I can't stop eating it. Oddly,
it lives up to what they say. It smells a lot like icy, and it does cool your mouth.
I'm gonna puke from it.
It's not right. Something's not right.
I don't know.
I think if you ate this for breakfast, start your day. I don't know if you have.
I think it's going to
mental
turn your
issues.
kids into zombies.
Listen,
They're going to be vibrating zombies at school all day long.
And you know what this is? This is one-time novelty cereal.
Yeah.
Think about the cereals you buy consistently, maybe like a Cheerios or a Frosted Flakes that's been on the market for 50 years.
Yeah.
Or a Captain Crunch that's a staple.
Yeah.
This
I
is
don't think you need to feed this to your kid every day.
No,
Or
this
staple
isn't right.
cereal.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a bowl of Staples or this, Froggy?
Bowl of Staples. I don't like this. I feel sick. I'm nauseous.
But I am getting that menthol thing is still in my mouth, almost like I siphoned gas out of somebody's tank in a parking lot,
But-
and I get a mouthful of gas. That's and I've never done that, by the way. But
If you
I
did.
think so, if I did,
That I'll admit to.
so I've got that feeling in my mouth.
It's a one-time novelty
Yeah.
purchase, and that's it.
Seriously, though, what is the chemical that's doing that?
Kerosene.
Ew.
I told you.
All right, let me take a quick break. When we get back, it's the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. I want you to think about something. What is the worst thing that can be in a truck that has an accident? The worst thing that can be in a truck that has an accident. That... Oh, Fester's holding up a box of icy cereal.
Icy cereal doused in kerosene?
And then I got to get into the idiots on airplanes. So all that's coming up. Idiots on planes. We got a great final segment, and it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Q105, Roxanne just told me that she thinks that we have set the record for texting today here on the MJ Morning Show. Between the tattoos, the Keurig coffee debacle that you're having.
Tattoos and K-Cups put us over the edge today. And I appreciate all the K-Cup advice, which I can't say thank you to everybody because there are too many, but I'm reading them all.
Our listenership is through the roof here on the MJ Morning Show. And listen, it's proven with the phone calls. It's proven with the number of texts we get. You know, the response that our sponsors are getting is just enormous. I mean, I'm hearing from our clients every day, Wade at Two College Brothers, it's like, yes, 7-to-1 ROI on his live advertising. I mean, it's like crazy. So, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to all of our listeners. We highly appreciate you listening to the MJ Morning Show and then continuing to listen to Q105 all day for great 80s and more here on Q105. So we don't take anything for granted. We appreciate it. Hey, don't forget, next week, we will give away Aerosmith tickets every day. During the MJ Morning Show, we'll probably do like an Operation MJ9. We'll probably do 9 o'clock giveaways for Aerosmith tickets every single day next week. And then the week after that, May 15th, we start the giveaway of the tablets. We're giving away 2 solid weeks of Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets, Intel Inside i5s. We're talking these were $1,100 units retail, and we're giving away 40 of them beginning Monday, the 15th of May. 2 solid weeks, every day, every hour during the MJ Morning Show. You can win one of these tablets. Ginormous stuff. And, of course, the Rock the Cash box, that continues for another week and a half or so. And your chance to win $1,000 multiple times a day. You just listen for the key words. Now, we got a lot of ground to cover. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here. First, though, I asked a few minutes ago, what is like the worst thing that can happen to a truck that's in an accident? And what cargo would have to be on board for it to be really, really bad?
Chemicals.
It's a good guess. That's don't do me a favor, Froggy. Don't
I have a guess.
Don't go back into Louis Anderson. All right.
Yeah, I'm not playing with Louis, but I do have a guess.
What's your guess?
I would have to say a gasoline.
That's a good guess.
Because of the fire.
Would that both be chemicals?
Yeah, chemicals.
So, again, a truck gets into an accident. What's like the worst possible thing in a truck accident that could be on board? So we have chemicals. Good guess, Roxanne. Froggy says gasoline. Hey, good guess.
Like
Fester?
Tanker truck of Vaseline or something.
That's a little bit of an obscure guess.
Well, I mean, what's the answer then? I mean,
Andrew, do you have an idea?
Illegal immigrants?
Andrew.
Thank you.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Asian Vaseline?
Can we just call them
That wouldn't be the
undocumented?
worst.
Okay.
Can we just go back to one of Froggy's guesses and just do wieners?
A truck
Like
full of
Oscar Mayer
wieners.
wieners. Hot dogs.
All right. Let me give you a mouth sound effect clue. Are you ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we know what it is now.
Yeah, personal
Dental
pleasure.
drills. Yeah. or what, Lester?
Nope, that's all right.
No, it's not a personal massage device. It's not the rabbit or something.
The kangaroo?
No, come on, guys.
I know.
What?
Bees.
Yes. A truck crashed here in Florida with 1 million bees on board.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
I mean, how else do you transport them? I guess that makes sense. You put them in the back of a truck, right?
This happened in Duval County. So that's what, the Jacksonville area?
Yeah, right.
This happened on US 301 at the entrance ramp to I-10. I've been there, done that like a dozen times.
Hit bees?
No. Been on the exit or on-ramp at 301.
And I-10.
And I-10. That's how you drive to Jacksonville, or you get to I-95 from Tampa. That's the most convenient. That's the best way to go. You take 75, then you get off on 301, and you go through Waldo and Lottie, whatever the hell it is. You go through those little towns.
Little speed trap towns.
Yeah.
Well, it takes you the back way to Jacksonville.
Yeah, and that's how you go. But according to the Florida Highway Patrol, a tractor-trailer operated by a 26-year-old driver crashed into a truck hauling stacks of beehives home to 1 million bees. Hey, guess what? This is unbelievable.
So while that was modestly funny,
it was not.
MJ, these bees are screwed, right? Because if they're separated from their queen, don't they die? Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
So these bees are all gone.
It's like Freddie Mercury separated from his queen.
Right.
Yeah.
And what happened to him? But MJ, these bees they're dead, right?
Listen, I think you can collect them.
They don't just die when the queen leaves.
How long does it take?
They don't go.
No, they try to find.
Queen is gone.
They try to find a new queen, is what they try to do.
I nominate you, Bertha, your queen.
The impact sent clouds of insects swarming all over the highway. Officials said the bees were not aggressive. They weren't like African killer bees or anything. There are thousands of bees in the area after the collision, according to the FHP crash report. A beekeeper was called in to round up the bees. No injuries reported, but a truck carrying 1 million bees.
Why were they carrying all those bees? What's their business?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
none of your beeswax.
That's right. That's the only answer. That's the only answer you could have given. That's right, honey.
All right. We've got to do idiots on airplanes. First, though, did you know, speaking of Florida stories, you know we were the subject here in the Tampa Bay area as well as around the state? There was a whole rash of like those swatting calls where someone calls 911 and says like there's something really bad happening, like a mass shooting. And this happened at multiple educational institutions around the around Florida yesterday. So law enforcement all over the state, and we're trying to keep track of all the different colleges, but there were these reports to various law enforcement agencies that there were active shooters shooting up schools across Florida yesterday. And they're all faked. And I got to believe it's the same individual trying to cause havoc. I hope they can figure out who this was and arrest the son of a... it's probably not even someone in Florida. Probably somebody out of state. We've had these stories before. We've heard about the celebrities out in L.A. getting swatted. And swatted is when someone calls up, gives your address, and the cops swarm. The SWAT team shows up. They're shooting. I'm a hostage. They're barricading in. They're shooting everyone.
So the police come in with aggression because they think there's a situation to nullify.
The cops run in code, and man, the helicopters, the dogs, the SWAT teams, they got the Lencos all fired up. They've got the tear gas. They got the machine gun, everything. And they show up at like Ashton Kutcher's house, and it's like, what? Huh? You woke me up. What's going on? And that's called swatting. And we had a whole bunch of it in Florida yesterday. We had one right here in Tampa at the Arizona College of Nursing.
Oh,
what the hell is the Arizona College of Nursing doing here in Tampa?
It's right next to Grand Canyon University, right? It's like those for-profit schools.
University of Phoenix?
No,
that's online, right?
There's a lot of Southwestern-themed schools that are very popular. I don't know that I've ever heard of Arizona.
What about the University of Zion National Park?
I'd go there. What do they specialize in? Rocks?
I don't know.
What is it called? Arizona University?
No, it's in Tampa. We've got something called the Arizona College of Nursing.
Yes.
Okay.
I've never heard of that. But they're here in Tampa, and apparently the police were called, and the police were told that there was a shooting going on at the Arizona College of Nursing. Well, I'm guessing if that did happen, the nurses know what to do. They have gauze.
I mean, unless they're in training.
Listen, I'm glad nothing happened. So it was not only the Arizona College of Nursing here in town, but the Indian River State College. Their campus was on lockdown, their Muller campus, after an active shooter. Where the hell is Indian River State College?
Well,
man, those guys rule.
Is that over like Indian River County? Is that...
Well, all the
home of the orange stands?
All the community colleges.
Oh, it's in Fort Pierce, so it is.
Become state colleges.
Yeah. All right, so Indian River State College is over in Fort Pierce. So what is that? That's what county is that? Is that St. Lucie County, Fort Pierce?
I don't know. It's over there. Yeah, St. Lucie County.
And then Florida International University, one of their campuses, was also hit. Palm Beach
and
Atlantic.
it's finals week.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Palm Beach Atlantic. So how many? It's Florida International, Palm Beach Atlantic, the Arizona College of Nursing, Indian River State College. That's what, 4? At least 4 schools got the swatting calls where police respond. That is just, that's not cool at all. It's really awful. So I hope they catch this this varmint and take him down.
It looks like was this morning or was this yesterday?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. That's the same. It's 5 actually, because also the USF Sarasota Manatee campus, they also got it. Yeah, I meant to mention, it's in the story. I skipped over them. But also the USF campus in Sarasota Manatee, they also were hit with the fake shooting deal, and nothing happened. So at least 5 places in the state got swatted yesterday. So I hope they find who did it. Idiots on airplanes. I got to hit my I can't do the stories unless I hit the right activator sound. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Idiots on Airplanes. I don't know what's going on, but we had a lot of stuff that hit yesterday. A United Airlines flyer became so violent because he was told that he had to leave somebody else's seat that he punched a flight crew member in the face.
Ouch.
And then tried to open up the exit door and jump out of the airplane.
Oh, boy.
While it was on the ground. This guy is a menace. By the way, he's now been banned from flying United for the rest of his life.
Shouldn't he be banned from everywhere? Would other?
I think so. If you're on United and you're pulling these shenanigans, I don't think Delta wants you on board.
No.
I don't think. Well, Spirit probably wants you on board.
They'll punch you back on Spirit.
Spirit will take you.
They take no crap on the Spirit Airlines.
Yeah. Spirit will let anyone on board. No, a passenger has been banned from traveling with United for life after witnesses say he punched a crew member, tried to jump out of the airplane during boarding. This customer's behavior was unacceptable. A representative from United told the Insider website in a statement he's been banned from future flights. Incident happened around midnight on May 1, Mayday, on the airplane. According to local news outlet ABC7, the United flight was preparing to take off from San Francisco International on its way to Houston when the passenger, Naya Jimenez, asked the man and his wife to move from her assigned seat. Things escalated. They had to bring in a gate attendant to try to talk to both of them. So this lady's trying to sit in her seat, and it's being occupied by this other individual. So the gate attendant comes on. Then he began slurring his speech. Says, "Sir, why are you smiling at me?" That's the first thing he said. And then people are rolling video on this thing. And they catch some of the mayhem. So the video shows the man repeatedly swinging at the employee and other passengers as people attempted to restrain him. Then he runs to the emergency exit. After he paused for a minute, he ran toward where the pilot was, where the emergency exit doors are, and attempted to open it. He successfully opened the emergency exit and was about to jump down. The flight attendants just kicked in and everyone pulled him back to safety. Guy's about to jump out of the airplane door on the ramp at the airport.
How high is that?
Well, it depends on the airplane, but let's see. From San Francisco to Houston, it could have been a Airbus 320, could have been a 737, could have been...
All right, it's going to hurt, though.
Yeah.
The fall.
Yeah.
Article I saw referred to it as 2 stories.
Yeah. Maybe a 2-story fall.
Oh.
You know? So that's a mess. That's a total mess. Then...
Let him jump.
Then here's another airplane idiot. 74-year-old guy in Florida allegedly told an American Airlines flight attendant that he loved the scent of her perfume and then groped her crotch. What the hell?
That's not where you put perfume.
Gary Matthew Soracchetti was arrested on federal charges of abusive sexual contact for his alleged behavior aboard a flight from Sarasota to Charlotte, North Carolina. American Airlines, sicko, described as a large man in 23C, and grabbed the crotch of this flight attendant. That is unbelievable.
Does it say what kind of perfume she was wearing that he thought was so nice?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, I want to know.
The hell? All right.
What perfume is so good it drove the guy to do that?
Next. You ready for the next Idiots of the Air? A Delta Airlines passenger reclined her seat and the woman behind her began pushing her seat back the entire flight.
You mean she was pushing it forward?
Yeah.
So
she was giving it pressure the whole time. Well, that's a good leg workout.
No, I think it was more than pressure. So the woman in the front seat reclines. The person in the row behind where she reclined was kicking the seat the entire flight. And they get into an argument on the plane. So the person behind didn't like that the person in front reclined.
Okay.
So then they get into a fight, and this is recorded. Listen.
The whole trip, she pushed my seat. You seen it? No, she didn't. She put, no. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back.
I mean,
it really is.
Why do planes have seats that recline if this woman's going to be like that? I mean, I kind of get her
I'm
argument.
sorry, man. What was that?
I'm allowed to put my seat back.
Okay, thank you.
You know, I read a mean life hack the other day that if someone, I would never do this, but if someone puts their seat back and you don't want it back on a plane, you can, and you would know if this is possible or not, Mr. Plane Schematics.
I actually have that story here as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then you just,
What
then
is
you
it?
know.
What is it?
You take your air vent and you point it to them, and then you put it on full blast so the air comes down right on their head. But that might entice some people.
You know what? I saw that story.
Yeah, what do you think?
I saw it online yesterday, and it was something like, this is the hack to stop people reclining. And exactly what Roxanne said, the air vent, you open it up and then you aim it right towards that. There's not enough coming out of that thing. And it's not cold
It's not
enough.
close enough.
No,
I would enjoy it.
It's not cold enough, close enough. So I'm not buying that. I thought that was a jacked up clickbait story. So I'm not buying that
Wish
one.
we thought of it.
Yeah. So, and then the last thing, did you see the woman? There's an image. Someone took a picture. There's a woman that has her feet propped up on the headrest.
Yes.
So imagine you're sitting in your seat and you put your legs straight up in the air and then rest them on the seat back in front of you.
With no shoes on.
With just socks, and your feet are sticking straight up in the air. And that happened as well. And I'm looking at that right here.
So
I'm looking at that image.
So the person in front of her looked like a rabbit with these two feet coming out of his head?
Yeah, I don't know if the story said what airline it was on, but the caption was, putting your smelly feet on the headrest during a flight. The air vent was blasting and wafted the scent through the airplane.
Just what you want, wafted, stinky feet smell.
Yeah, I want the smell of feet on my flight. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Idiots on airplanes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I think that about does it. I think we've covered just about everything today. Anything else, guys? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I love the word wafted.
Wafted. Wafted is a great word. All right, folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. If you need to drop me a note, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. Have a great day, folks, and let's be careful out there.